remember, if you're watching this from Facebook, by all means, hit the like, share, subscribe. There's a link in the description to subscribe. Excuse me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that very much. With that being said, ain't nobody mad but the devil. We're gonna meet our guests. We're gonna work the room. Usually I start with the ladies, and that's how I start with it. So let's get you down on the bottom right, Miss Flowers.
Well, hello, two flowers. What you want to know?
Would
I'm
you just
new, my first
okay?
time.
Okay. Well, your first. Do you remember your first time? Okay.
I
Anyway,
do.
okay. So
Fast,
that's
man.
good. That's good.
You're
I do.
taking her too
We
fast.
I
we just
do.
wanted to say, just introduce just your whatever you want to say to the people, your little introduction. Two flowers, and that's cool right there.
Okay,
Okay. But
okay.
wait a minute, you have a business or something, right?
I do. Two Flowers Boutique, where we believe that when you look good, you feel good, and you do good.
Okay.
I'm a veteran, Army nurse.
Okay.
Yeah,
And how do people find your website?
Two Flowers Boutique.
Two Flowers Boutique. Okay, y'all check it on there.
Yeah,
See
Two
what they're doing
Flowers
with it.
on all platforms.
On all platforms. All right, let's go on across corner over here to Miss Phil.
Hello, I'm Phil Net. Glad to be here and ready to share my ideas and hear some ideas.
All right, that's what's up. Sharon here. Miss Beautiful Soul, what you got there?
Good evening, kings and queens. It's the one and only beautiful soul. I'm a poet and an artist. I'm trying to be cute and think
I
because I'm
like
the
that.
business
Look,
on
I
here.
like that. We get it.
Yeah.
But yes, beautiful soul is my artist name, and I'm an artist of many
Charming.
forms. I do poetry, I do abstract art, I sing a little, not no Beyonce, but I sing a little, wrote a couple songs and things, and
Okay.
I also write and take pictures and things like that. But yeah, in due
Okay.
time, I have Instagram. I mean, I have it, but in due time, I'll put all that stuff because I want my stuff to be copywritten because I don't want nobody copying my stuff and things. So I'm getting
Okay.
there.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this before we go to our next guest. So I go to Colleen a lot and they have an open mic and poetry night. Have you okay, you be over there too?
Zodiac at the Zodiac.
At Zodiac. Yeah, I saw it
That's where
pop
I
up.
be.
So I'm just
Indeed,
trying to check that
indeed.
out.
Sure enough.
All right,
Oh,
that's
I'm
what's
about
up.
to check you
All
out.
right,
What
let's
Every
move
time
on.
is
first
that?
Thursday, 7 p.m.
Say again.
Every first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m.
Okay.
More
Gotcha.
like 8 because you know us black folk.
Yeah. I know. I already know.
Indeed.
All right, Miss Cree, what you got on that intro?
Creed 2 1 Boom. I like to dance. I'm a part of Texas. No, I'm just joking.
Yes.
Y'all can catch me on Facebook and YouTube, all that. Two Flowers. Are you out of clean?
No,
Okay.
no.
But I'm definitely going to check out your poetry. And hello, everybody.
Come
Thanks
through,
again for having
baby.
me, Paul.
All
I
right,
made
that's
it to
what's
win
up.
it. Let's do
And
it.
Cree also has a podcast, and she just been kind of busy lately and hadn't got a chance to get it back going. So we know how that goes. All right, then that's what's up. PM, come on with that intro. What you got?
Hey, everybody. My name is Falon McKnight. I go by PM with the PM Lifestyle Podcast on YouTube. Check me out on Instagram and things of that nature, man. I'm here to cause no problems today.
Mm,
I'm
we
glad
shall
you put that
see.
today on there. I'm glad you put that today on there.
Right.
Bed and a good
I
eye.
always tell the truth, too.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
And that was a lie.
Uh, Already. All right, Poke, come on. What you got on that intro?
Oh no, it's Big Poke Dog. I'm back on it, baby. I love being here. It's always a pleasure to be with you, Wizzo. I always have a good time. No word for the day, but I do want to recommend a book.
Okay.
It's by Michelle Alexander. It's called The New Jim Crow. It's a great read, very informative. Support that woman. She's done a lot of good work.
Right. And
Support that woman.
and I'm gonna say this on that. I messaged Jason about it because I started doing digital books now because I only read at work and I'm loving it because now I'm like on chapter 6. I mean, they go real quick because I put a bud in, I can sit and listen and I really enjoy it instead of. So anyway, I'm making a note of that so I keep that. But probably maybe in the future I may get you to put it over in the chat in case someone out there now can relate back to it. So but I'm gonna check that out. But I like my digital book though, so I'm doing that. So, with that being said, that was just a quick little deal. Let's go up to Chocolate Buddha. Chocolate
How's
Buddha.
everybody doing? It's your world's favorite All-American, Ori B. Baker, also known as Chocolate Buddha. I'm a serial entrepreneur, but tonight the only thing you need to worry about is Wizzo Talk. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends about it. We got something very special for y'all after we hit that 1,000 plus. So focus on that. Y'all learn a lot about me later. That's all I got for y'all today right now.
All right, that's what's up. All right, Jason, what's up with it?
Yep, Jason, Wizzo Talk, where you can find me normally. Every now and again, when I'm privileged, I can get a little bit of that PM lifestyle and get on there. You know, when they roll out the red carpet sometime, you know what I mean? I can get on that one.
Right.
But anyway, support them both. If you're watching today and you don't subscribe, go ahead and subscribe because we just need 3 or 4 more, man. We're trying to hit the mark. Support my boy Wiz in this podcast. I'm looking forward to it. And hello to everybody on the panel that I haven't spoken to.
That's what's up. That's what's up, y'all. And before we get to going and get off into this first hot topic, I have to show y'all that in my hand I have the gavel of authority. So if y'all get to start too much shit on here, I will sound the gavel and ask you to respect the damn gavel. So
Indeed.
I don't want that bullshit. Flowers, you already look like you ready to start some shit. So I'm just saying, because you was all in the comments the last time. So don't make me sound the gavel on you.
What was that gavel at on all the other podcasts?
Well, it was that's a long story. You see, you worried about the wrong thing. Hey, y'all. With that being said, okay, now we're gonna get off into it. You know, it was how men and as the topic is how men and women choose their partners. So that's kind of how we usually start off with it. But right now, no one knows who's going first. You know, so everyone has told me what topic they might like to. They didn't tell me the topic, but they told me they have something on their mind, and it may be related to that or it may be not. Y'all know how we do it here on Wizzo Talk. But that being said, I'm going to the first person to get this show started right up here. Remember, it's always uncut and it is unedited. And Pokey, shit, what you got out there to get us started with today?
Yes, sir. So here recently, several states have enacted this new law. It's the rebuttal by presumption law. What it means basically is that in a divorce, it's automatically assumed that custody is 50-50. A few states have done it. The first one was Kentucky, followed up by West Virginia, I think Arkansas, Mississippi, Florida, and I might be missing one, but all of them have recently done this.
Mm-hmm.
And what was interesting about it, Kentucky being the first one, I think they did it 2018, 19, somewhere around there. In the first year, the divorce rate dropped 35%. Just because of that one law. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I would definitely like, especially with all the ladies on the board, do you think that incentivize women to stay in that marriage or decentivize women to get married?
And the floor is open, ladies. So who like to tackle that first? And then the silence.
Well, I come out too strong.
Okay, for Beautiful Soul, let's jump on it then. What do you
You
think?
gotta flip the verses out and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, damn.
Well, damn.
What's love
Because
got to
I'm
do
going
with
through
it?
divorce myself at this point for the third time.
Okay.
1,
So
2, 3.
So Beautiful Soul, we lost you at 50-50.
indeed. We have 4 children together. And I try to be peaceful and shit like that, but it's a certain extent.
And she is.
There's a certain extent where it's enough type shit. Like, I do my part, you do yours. We do for the kids, and that be it. Like, ain't no tit for tat no more. We done, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
So I'm just saying,
Basically, that we don't care
I don't
about
want to
no
put too much
laws.
out there because I don't want to say I hate him, but I'm not.
You just did. You hate
anymore. Like,
hate him.
he be him, I be me. We be parents, and that's what it is. What it is.
Okay. No 50-50. Okay.
No, look, it's 50-50 with me, but that nigga there, I don't know. 'Cause I've been trying. I've been working, but every single thing I do is negativity all the way. even though he's the one that did most of the dirt and shit. I take accountability. I did my thing, but
Well, let me ask you this on that note. I mean, I hear you referring to him as this nigga there. Y'all have kids, right?
we do.
So
I
was
said
he
it 4 times.
was he that nigga when y'all was together then, or he just that nigga since y'all ain't together?
Well, it can mean both ways. He can be that nigga, or he can be like that nigga.
Okay.
So, how do I say this? What he talking about? I say after real truth, talk some shit.
Right. Well, yeah, you can check out the comments, but you go ahead. What you saying, PM?
Who cheated first, you or him?
He did.
He did, so you just returned the favor?
After 21 years, yes.
It took you 21 years to return the favor?
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say 20 years. Because
So
he
he cheated once, and then 20 years later, you decided to cheat.
No, he didn't cheat once, baby.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this so we can make sure we get everybody else involved in also. So you're not for the 50-50 or you are for the 50-50?
I'm for the 50-50 as long as it's really 50-50. Because if I do my part, you do your part, we should be gravy. But if I do my part and you over here acting like a child, it ain't 50-50.
All right, cool. Cree, what's up with you? What you think about it?
Talk to me, baby.
No, well, not about your personal situation, because women just get so fed up and tired with men. They put up with so much stuff. It's like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, I don't think we care about the law. I don't think we even part of the lawmaking. Like, I really don't. I think women and men, or women, as far as getting a divorce, is because we're tired of having to depend on men and dealing with their shit because we're dependent upon them. So now we're becoming independent. Not independent woman in the sense I don't need a man.
Right.
Don't take that as that. I'm talking about the women that I've seen, and it might not be a large, but it is a lot of women that I've seen put up with a man's stuff, deal with his stuff, and garbage and trash. And I'm sure he dealt with her trash too.
Yeah.
But to the point where they don't want to deal with it anymore. They'd rather go find somebody new or deal with something new instead of the old. I'm an advocate for keeping families together as long as it's not an abusive relationship, mentally or physical. So each his own. Like, I don't believe in taking advantage of nobody because I don't want to be taken advantage of. So
all right. And guys, we're gonna let y'all kind of go last, but I'm gonna make sure we hit up the ladies first. And Cree, you also advocate for telling women to keep their legs closed, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And what
especially if it's not working out after the first kid, don't have more kids. Don't bring more kids in the situation.
Right.
That's my personal opinion. I didn't do that. And
right.
I'm definitely an advocate for that. So.
And you know what I've said after that when you said about keeping the legs closed, because there's still a couple other holes that can be used, but we won't go there.
Hey.
So let's go to Two Flowers. Flowers, what you got to say about it? Come on with your virgin self.
Well, I feel it's unfortunate that there needs to be a law, to make that a reality. Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree with it.
Okay.
Period.
50-50 period, no doubt.
Yeah.
And Polk said something else along that line. What was that, Polk, about that?
Well, the end part was, do you think it incentivizes women to stay married or decentivizes women to get married?
Okay.
Okay. Well, you can let it marinate unless you got something else.
Yeah,
all right, let's see what Phil got. Then we're gonna start with the guys, see what the guys thought.
Well, I think a lot of times it probably has to do with how much you have. What amount is 50-50? Like if she was a stay-at-home mom and didn't have, a primary income, and she was solely dependent on his income, then I can see it being a situation where she tried to stay. But if the situation is bad enough, it doesn't, no amount of money is worth staying to be abused, whether it's physical, verbal, emotional.
Period.
So it's just about what you're willing to put up with, because as we know, people, and this, when I say people, I mean men and women, they stay in abusive relationships for various reasons. And sometimes, a lot of times, money isn't even it. It's that I love them syndrome. And so, you know, it I mean, sometimes it's a financial situation and sometimes it's an emotional situation where people want to stay. It may not necessarily be dictated by a law because, you have like Texas um, a common law state. So if everything has to be split. It doesn't matter, you know, what you got. You have to say it in the divorce decree how it's gonna be split. Otherwise, it's supposed to be automatic, whatever, split halfway down the middle. But I'm 0 for 3 too. So it's what
Okay, all right then, and we still got to ask, if we thinking it's incentivized or decentralized. But let's see what the guys got. Which one of these guys want to throw
Can I
something out
make a
there?
comment?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
0 for 3, meaning you've been married 3 times and now you're not married anymore.
exactly.
Okay, it's not a negative thing because people are only meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time. That whole forever stuff is a fantasy. That's not reality.
And
So when people say it, like they think it's a negative connotation, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep going until I get it right, because I don't want to be out here in these streets. So if it take me 5 marriages, oh well. Like I won't see it as a negative. So it's all about perception too. So
yes,
oh well, I'm gonna
and
keep doing it.
I recognize, and I'm with you, and I recognize, my shortcomings. I understand, what I did and as far as my part. I rushed into my marriages. I really didn't know my husbands, and so I was hoping that my love was enough to carry and sustain. If I showed that I was a good woman, I'm faithful. I do, everything that I can to keep you happy. I'm hoping that that's enough. It wasn't enough. So it's first marriage was 7 years. The last two were 2 each. So it is what it is. I've been single for 9 years, going on 10. I now have a boyfriend, but it is what it is. So let's move on.
All right.
You want to say
So are you not
one more little
rushing
thing? I want to say
anymore?
one more little
'Cause
thing.
you said you were rushing.
I want to say one more little
And you
thing.
rushed.
I'm sorry,
Okay, hold
what?
up. We got to go one at a time, y'all.
I couldn't understand the question.
Flowers, what were you saying, Flowers?
I said, have you changed in that rushing department? Because you said
Yes,
you just kept
yes.
rushing.
Finally
You
learned my
didn't.
mistake and got to know myself better because I got married the first time when I was 24. Fred got married just before I graduated college. So I understand now. And so,
Okay.
you live, you learn. Let's go.
All righty. I think before we go to PM, the guy, beautiful soul, did you say you think say something?
Real quick, because I said I'm getting divorced for a third time, but I just want to correct it. I've been married to the same man, but I call it the yo-yo effect from 24, 25, and this year. I've been trying to give him chances and all this type of stuff. He did not get the efforts that he was supposed to give. He would promise and do the things that he's supposed to do in the beginning. And then once I'm about to cancel the divorce, how you call it, the trial or whatever it is, then he act back to his old ways, stalking and doing all type of stuff. He's narcissistic and he was terrible. But I'm just saying, I was married to the same man. I was a faithful woman until a certain time.
Confused.
I'm a sexaholic. I need some. So
you almost said you need some head, but I need to go. I need to get.
I don't know if y'all be sensing words and things. So we
don't censor shit here. So if you need to put
say that shit,
what you need. Let me get pokey, and then we're gonna see what these guys say. The guys been waiting patiently. And PM, when I get to you, I got this damn gavel in my hand.
Please.
Your ass.
He drinking straight out the bottle too.
Drunk.
Okay, what you gonna say, Poke?
I just want to make sure that I want to bring it back to because I appreciate the personal stories, but what I was hoping that we would talk about is within the 1 year, especially in Kentucky, within the 1 year, the divorce rate went down by 35% after, and it's 50-50 custody, not alimony, not child support. We're talking about the children.
Right.
Like it was automatic what the law is, it was 50-50 custody of the children.
Right.
And with that, that would automatically mean no child support because you're both equally taking care of the kids.
Right.
With that happening, after Kentucky passed it, again, I think it was 2018, 2019, the divorce rate dropped by 35%. So I would hope we could talk about that. And of course, now y'all have already said everything you're going to say. I just want to bring it back to that's actually what I would like feedback on is that information and what you feel, whether or not that incentivized women to stay married or de-incentivize them to get married at all, especially with the factor in that 80% of divorces are filed by women. Like that's really, that's why I wanted to interject real quick. Like I didn't want it to be personal because that sometimes that can get left wing and the 7 ain't here, so I don't think it'll be that bad, but just FYI.
Right. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll come back to the ladies on that question. They can get ready to answer that, but I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna go to PM. And I don't think I don't think the ladies or the guys really look to the law or what the law is. I think that until it's time for them to either get a divorce, then they find out what their rights are, whatever. I think they just kind of lining up to get married. They didn't went to their little interview or whatever, and they didn't work out, and so they getting divorced. And then now they figure out that she's saying, "What do I get from that motherfucker? He gonna give me child support or whatever." So I don't think they look into the laws beforehand. But I just wanted to say that. Let me see what PM got right there. PM, what's up?
Yeah, I'm with Wizzo on it. I don't think even like a lot of people look into the laws in your local, like where you're from. You know what I'm saying? So those 2 states, I could say, might have been an exception to the rule because we don't know if they were black, we don't know if they were white couples, the different demographics behind these people, right? So I would say that it really depends on, what they were in. Like all women ain't the same, all men ain't the same. So it really depends on what woman to be incentivized to do it. I think, the woman's going to be the woman and the man's going to be the man. So whatever problems that they have and whoever you have encountered or met at that moment is going to give you the problems that you might have in that. So just child custody being one of the things, it's a lot of other things that might have to be factored into that too, just to kind of get more information on the people that's involved in the study. But that's the answer to the question. Now, beautiful soul, how did you get married 3 times with no divorce?
No.
Yeah, I need to know. I'm trying to figure out.
We've been married. We've been married all this time. We were going to get divorced.
So 1 marriage, but you said you've been divorced 3 times.
No. That's what I'm saying. I was going to, but every time, listen, 2024 was going to get divorced. He called it. Ain't give me no reason.
Okay.
So,
and then he cheated multiple times in that. And after 20 years, you say, boom, I'm going to do it too. Wow. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, it's not because like, oh, I'm just going to cheat because he cheated type shit. No. I got close to someone at work and we had really good.
You had a work husband going on. Yeah, those are kind of hard.
We got real close. He's in the art. I'm in the art. All the things I like.
You seeing him every morning. Y'all eat the same breakfast.
Oh, you getting off topic, PM.
Same.
I was just asking. I mean, we brought food to work to, had lunch and all type of shit.
I had to ask these questions.
Maybe.
And then Phyllis, that's your name? Yeah.
Phyllis.
You got married 3 times, right? Because you said you got kind of rushed into it. So you have a boyfriend right now. Would you jump into that same situation with this new guy? If he just said, "Hey, baby, I love you. Let's get married." Would you get married again right now?
No, not right now. I'm still. I am. Like I said.
Hold on.
I am. Have learned from my mistakes. I recognize what I did wrong, and I don't want to be in another unhappy relationship. So, I have to do what it takes to make sure that I'm not in that same situation again. We did break up for about 3 months, and we just recently rekindled our relationship about 2 weeks ago, and I recognize there's some things in him that I'm going to have to talk to him about. We're starting off slow. and he's from Mexico City, but he's been here since he was 16 years old, and he's 51 now. So he has a good job. He takes care of his family. He does, he's a great provider. That's one of the things that attracted me to him. And so, I mean, you live and you learn. I've been not in a relationship for a very long time. I am ready to be with someone, but I don't want to make the same mistakes as I did before. So going back to the original topic, because you made an adjustment, because I was thinking it was 50-50 financial. You didn't mention the kids. Definitely, if it comes to 50-50 with the kids, that makes a huge difference. Because if you get a divorce and only one person, is providing for the children, then it makes it's the financial burden is heavy on only one person when it took two people to make the kids. You know, you can agree or disagree, but parenting was never meant to be a single person job. Although it can be done that way, it's not the preferred way. Um, for most people. And so if the state comes in and says y'all both have to take care of the kids 50-50 if y'all get a divorce, that does make a difference. And so it's like, how do you enforce that? Which is why child support is so important when you have two people working, but only one person is putting up the finances for the children. So I don't know if in your research, sir, if it says how it's enforced. Like, does the state come in and say, hey, you have to allocate a bank account where both parents are getting docked, like both people have to pay child support out of there, like child support is coming out, state mandated child support is coming out. Now that will probably be a big factor too. Or are you going on the honesty track? Well, I'm expecting you. I'll keep the kids 2 weekends. You keep the kids 2 weekends, and we both are providing. Are you really trying to make sure that both people are just being honest and do it that way, or is it state mandated? So I think that clarification needs to be made also.
All right.
Well,
So let's go. Hold on, Poke. I know you want to come in, but I haven't got to Jason and I haven't gotten to Chocolate Buddha yet. So I got to get them and then I'll come back. But let me go to Chocolate Buddha.
I'm about to piss some people off, so not sorry. I'm 0 for 3 in marriages. First, I started off with, hey, shout out to everybody that served in the military. I did 20 years in the Army. Go Army. First, going for the 50-50 custody. It sounds good. I think that it does work with keeping some people together, because I think some people, when they get married and you have children, the focus on divorce is the child support and alimony, at least in my situation. I'll just give you a brief synopsis of why I say that. My first divorce, my first wife was in the Army. She was not looking for child support. She just found somebody else that she felt was better than me. I loved the Army more than I loved her, so she went her separate ways. We both cared for my son very dearly. We're still friends to this day, but that was her focus. My second one, the only thing she wanted was money. She actually wanted to have kids because of this. And when the divorce happened, she wanted child support, alimony, palimony, horse pony, everything that she can get. And the court, they gave it to her. They gave it to her hook, line, and sinker. And because I was an Army guy and they brought up the PTSD and stuff, she was getting almost $3,000 a month. And they didn't give a damn about what my situation was. Even when I was out of work, they still said I had to pay that money. Third wife did not want child support, did not want anything. And that's why we did a redo on her. Again, the reason why I said this is because I put in the comments that marriage to me is more about a contract than love. It has nothing to do with love in my experience. People that, bless you, people that usually love each other don't really need to get married. And unfortunately, some people that get married, even if they say it's for love, when things go south, whether they do the research themselves or somebody's in their ear, they tell them about how to get the money. And unfortunately, it's usually against the man. I say usually against the man because in the Army, and this is why I stress the Army, there's a lot of Army women out there when they got divorced, that weak ass, soft ass, bullshit ass man took them to court and tried to drain them for money and tried to get the kids because they felt that they should get money from them. So again, back to the 50-50 custody, I think, yeah, it probably will keep them together. And unfortunately, not because of the love of kids, but for the love of money that they won't be able to get because it's 50-50. And the last thing I want to say on this before I yield the mic and give it up to my brother Jason, I feel that unfortunately, child support is biased against men. And everybody that knows me on this, I'm usually try to be even. I'm all about women, but from my experience, it's been focused on what's the guy got to do and give for it. I was in court one time and the judge told me point blank, this child support is not for you to see the kids. You don't have to be there for Christmas. You don't have to give them gifts. You just give them money. And if they want to talk to you, then they'll talk to you. If they don't, you see about working it out after they turn 18. I yield my mic.
All right, that's what's up. So we're going to hit up Jason Polk, and by then the women have a comment on what Phil was said or what's been said, and we'll see what that, and if not, then we make one more little pass, and then we'll move on. Creed, don't fall asleep now. If you need to take a nap, we'll wake you up. Don't worry about it. All right,
the hangover.
Yeah, I'm on
tacos.
The drinks that came with the tacos. I'm gonna start with the answer to what Polk was talking about. I did understand what you meant when you said it at first, and I think that in speaking in generalities, that in those particular states, I've seen those numbers. Before you mentioned it, I've seen those numbers. Definitely a deep dive I did with the Kentucky one in particular. I think that it has a lot to do with it because, like Buddha just so eloquently explained, that child support, man. If you're a man that's been getting out and getting it, you got horror stories. If you've ever had to, change relationships like a musical chair and start paying out cash instead of, because every time every man will agree with me when I say you always gonna pay more in that action than you were paying when you were living there and happy. You know what I mean? I was spoiling my boys. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, I don't know if you can get a VIP ticket to Six Flags. You know what I mean? That's where they assign you somebody with a jacket, a sport coat with an emblem on it, and they carry everything for the kids. You don't wait in no lines. I ain't talking about a flash pass. I'm talking about not waiting in line. You go up to the front, you get on the ride. If it's hot and you want a snack, they put somebody out of the restaurant with the AC so you can sit down. Like, I was paying for those type of tickets for my kids, and I still wasn't paying the $3,000 a month I was paying after I left. You dig what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna never be fair. It ain't gonna never be equal. It's always gonna be heavy on the side of the man. So when you have a state like Kentucky and these other states that take away that incentive, it is an incentive for some. And I'm not saying that women are out here just trying to get a divorce to get money. Yeah, some heinous people out here like that, right? But I'm not even talking about them. I'm just saying in general, if a woman is weighing out her options, and this is my opinion as a man, if a woman is weighing out her options, whether she gonna stay or she gonna go, I don't know that money plays so much of a part in it, depending on how the woman was living her life in the first place. Because like Creed pointed out earlier, a lot of these women are independent. They don't need the money. They don't need all this stuff that we got going on anyway. And it's cool. If they want to leave, they leave. So I don't think that 50-50 thing would deter them, right? So I think it may have had an impact, especially in that area and in that state, when you look at the economics of that state and the citizens of that state. But I don't think it played such a major role that if that was to be something that was nationally done, even though I'm a proponent for it, I don't think that it's something that if it was nationally done, that it would have the same drastic effect that it did in Kentucky in particular. A couple of things that were said I wanted to address was Cree said that forever is not a reality and that it was fake and it was bullshit, right? And I'm gonna hold that, right? And then everybody else was talking about their divorce stories and stuff like that. We all got stories. I'm not saying mine are not as equally as interesting, right? But what I'm saying is what I had wrote down to talk about that I was, like I said, if it didn't come up, I would talk about was the difference between chemistry and companionship, right? Like if most of us, myself included, because I've had my own divorces, right? So it's like if most of us understood the difference between chemistry with somebody, which I can say what Beautiful Soul was explaining with her coworker, right? Like that's chemistry. Like y'all vibing out, y'all got the same thing going on, and that feels good. That's a dopamine hit, whether you're a man or a woman. It feels good to vibe with somebody like that. But to marry somebody and attach your life to somebody and expect forever, that person's got to be compatible with you. That person, and at one point, Phil Net mentioned in her when she was speaking about seeking optimal happiness, and so there are people out there. For the sake of what I'm saying, there are women out there who prioritize their happiness. The solution for them that marriage or coupling their lives in a committed way to a man, the solution to them is that now they will receive happiness, and that's what they want, and they prioritize happiness. And I don't see a problem with that, right? And then you have some people like myself who maybe the stability and the support that this woman can give me is more important than my own happiness. So I'm not even looking to be smiling and happy and clicking my heels every day, right? I'm looking for you to be there for me and be down with me, and let's get this done. What are we trying to build? And so if these two people, regardless of what the answer is, whether that's happiness or commitment or arts, she says she was artistic, right? If it's the arts, and that's very important to both of you, that's compatibility. And that is going to kick chemistry in the ass every time. The problem is you usually probably were grabbing both of your ankles by the time you realize you ain't got nothing but chemistry with this dude, right? Like he don't like to do the same stuff you like to do, or she don't want to go where you want to go, or she don't want things out of life. If you want to retire and leave the country, maybe she don't want that. So it don't matter how good and happy y'all feel. If that's not what the priority is for one of the other people, then those relationships will never work. And like I said, the unfortunate thing for most of us is that we get to the age we are now, between 45 and 55, before we realize that that's the foundation of the issue, my opinion.
Gotcha. All righty. What I'm gonna do, I gotta go to Pokey next, and then but before I do that, Cree, I'm gonna ask you this, but don't answer yet because I can see what Pokey got to say. You were, when Beautiful Soul was mentioning how much she liked dick and gotta have it and gotta did, you threw your hands up. So I want to come back to you in just a minute to ask you what were your thoughts.
No, we can get on that now.
Oh, okay.
We can get on that now. We can do that right now. Let's go for that.
So when she was saying how much she had to have it, and I needed it, and you threw your hands up. So what's going through your mind when you say
what it do?
So I had a conversation. I was getting my feet done early, and I had a conversation with somebody close to me. We were talking about the guy she is currently dating, and he's a very older, mature, settled guy, right? Very different from what she used to date. Like, so I've always preached like women get with men based off whatever their current need is, and clearly their needs change. So when she's saying that she's very sexual and all that, it just made me think about the conversation I had earlier when she told me she chose that young boy. Is because that was her need at the moment. She needed her back. And this is literally all he was providing, like occasional massage, and some women are okay with that until they're not, until the need changes. And she realized, well, shit, I'm taking the trash out. I'm doing this. But at the end of the day, he had that water ready, and he take care of what he take up. She forget all it, go right over here, like until the next time. So based off the need, I know some women are like will stick and stand by the man despite whatever feelings that he's bringing upon her life.
So she was enjoying Jody out there. Jody was the cable man and the plumber. He running dick in her, and then she was loving that. Because
I think if cheating is an issue, if cheating is a problem, there is no way you're going to continuously cheat on me and I'm going to be with you. Like, so if you still stand and these things are happening, then that's not why you with them. Like, so don't make that the problem.
Gotcha.
That's my opinion. And
Okay.
I think if you're gonna stay with him through all that, you might as well stay with him. Why you not with him? Like,
I mean,
people
go
don't
cheap for
just
cheap.
start having problems and you still there. Like,
Go cheap for cheap.
no, you don't. That
It's
anyway,
2026. Cheap for
I don't
cheap.
care what it be open. Like, I don't.
So
That's just my
in
opinion.
other words, just gonna be open then. You know, let him do what he
Might
do.
as
And
well. Why don't get mad? Like, you know.
you, okay. All right. I just wanted to ask that. So now we're gonna see what Poke had. And some of you ladies that you notice some of the guys they be taking some notes so they hit on a couple of key points. And unless y'all got good memory to kick it in reverse on something like that, you know, I'm just saying you might want to make a note. But Poke, what you got now?
So I got to say this real quick because
Okay.
that last statement Cree just made. Look, a word to the wise. Be careful about matching energies. Like I hear that a lot. You need to be careful about that because you'll find yourself matching energy with a demon. Now, I want to say that
I feel that.
if a situation presents itself that you dislike, that you should not let that change who you are. You should still handle that as the person that you are. You shouldn't all because somebody else does something wrong doesn't mean you need to. I'm gonna get wrong too.
Right. Right.
So
I didn't say match the energy though, so I'm
Damn,
confused.
Poke it went sideways again.
Yeah.
yeah, I know what happens.
Okay.
I'm sitting
Well, we hear you.
sideways.
Yeah, I don't believe in matching energy. I believe in leaving. If it bothers you,
Sideways. Yeah,
move
just
around.
yeah,
Okay.
that and that's what I create the 100 on that. Just that whole that matching energy thing. Like you can be fooled by demons, and that's why they're called demons. So just be mindful of that. When I'm gonna do like you do, get like me. You get like Jesus. All right.
All right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Let me
just avoid that.
let me thank all our viewers out there for watching right now. Whether you catch the live or you catch the replay, I appreciate your support. And by all means, make sure you click that link in the description to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it very much. And you know, we kind of all over the place right here. You know, a lot of personal stories being told, and some talking about some lot of fucking and going on and all that stuff like that. Jason, I would like to ask you to clarify one thing, because you know I'll be a little slow on things, because just like with the essay that time, I thought we was talking about, you know, so but when you said something, you referenced back grabbing ankles, my mind went somewhere else.
No,
So
your
I
mind
just
went
want
where I meant it. Where I
okay,
meant it.
okay.
I said by the time you realize you and him ain't got nothing but chemistry, you grab your ankles. It's too late.
That's what I thought. All right, cool. All right, before we go ahead, PM.
Beautiful soul. Are you still talking to this dude? Because like every time they mention him, you just like light up. Like, or is it
Talking
over?
to what dude? Talking to what dude?
Your husband.
Your work husband.
The ankle
work
grabber.
husband.
No, he.
The thing is,
grabber.
Did she just shimmy?
Did
she just shimmy? Did she just?
I tell you, and now she's grabbing air. Look at her. She grabbing air.
That body language is telling everything.
so we
Giddy
used to work
even.
together, but he kind of gave me the ghost. He ghosted me type thing, but I still love him. I don't give a fuck. I still love him.
Oh
So
my
you
God.
ain't you ain't lunch. You not lunch break boo no
Ghosted
more.
you.
But look, we see each other in the hall almost every fucking day. And
Lunch
it's like
break
it
boo.
hurt and it feel good at the same time.
That's that
Because-
love and pain.
Yeah.
Wait, what feels good about him ghosting you?
Yeah,
no,
what feels good about that?
no, I'm not saying it feels good about him ghosting me. It feels good to see him because we share so much. We was together off and on for 3 years.
Damn.
Off
Yeah.
and on. Because I was trying to work it out with this husband of mine.
Okay.
This husband of mine.
Nah,
he
you
was-
was
so you
confused. You was
cheating.
confused. You was confused.
No, I wasn't confused.
It's okay. It's okay. You didn't know which way to go.
No, I knew which way to go.
You was lunch
I'm gonna
break
make
boo.
a PM. You
The
a
husband-
trouble.
You was lunch break boo from 8 to 5, and then you was wifey
listen,
after that.
no.
You just
Look
told
like
me you
flowers
was-
agreeing with that.
I'm
I
trying
rest
to
my
say
case.
too much about this ex-husband. He was narcissistic, controlling.
Don't down him like
He's
that.
talking-
Let's
No,
define
no,
that.
I'm just making
Can we define that though?
facts.
He's not here to he's not here to defend
Okay,
himself.
one at a
Hold
time,
on,
y'all. One at a
hold on.
time.
I just have a quick question just for reference. Can we, you called him narcissistic. That's cool. Can you define what that means to you, please, for me?
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
On the daily, I give him love and kisses and things when he's walking out the door. He just walks out the door. When he comes home from work, he passes right by me. We ain't had no argument, nothing. He goes greet the kids. We go out to go eat. He hurry up and eat something just to go home to go watch some Walking Dead reruns type shit. And I'm here. He didn't spend time with me type shit. But when I go out with my homegirls, he get off of work and he come try to watch me and see if I'm fucking with somebody. But then the nigga don't want to come spend time with me on the regular. Our daughter slept in between us in the bed every fucking night. So I'm crying because I can't cuddle up with my man, even though he's right there next to me. So little shit like that.
Okay, and I understand that is all problematic behavior. I'm not condoning any of his behavior, but none of that amounts to narcissism. Like it's women, and I'm gonna be, my opinion is that it's majority women, but it's a lot of women dealing with real narcissists, with men that are trying to put poison in their food just to get them sick. Like that's narcissism. That is extreme, and that's also less than 1% of our population. So I know that that's a buzzword, and so I wasn't sure that you weren't experiencing that. That's why I asked you to define it for me, because some women really are, but more women are using it as just a popular term. So I was just trying to get straight on what you meant, but I'm not disputing anything you're saying.
It's many more things, but I'm not trying to tell my whole life story. And then again, I'm not trying to down him. I'm just stating facts on things that how he treated me and what he did towards me.
Right. And you didn't have to give me real world examples. You could have just gave me your definition of it, and I would have been cool with that. I'm not trying to get you to blast him out like that. That's not what I'm here for.
Right. And let me say this, and I think we need to see who Phil or whoever want to say something after that. My daughter sent me this, says, y'all might can look it up or whatever. A woman gives her husband a laxative and super glues his butt cheeks after she catches him cheating. And she's in jail. Huh? Say again? Yeah. Y'all saw that? Yeah, she didn't throw her life away for it in there instead of like hell to be cheating shit. Yeah. Now you in jail and hell he having a run at it. So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there as we was talking about narcissism.
It's probably still worth it for her because it's probably still worth it for her because he didn't wake up while she was playing with his butt, so she knew what it was.
Yeah. So he was out there doing. Okay. Anybody else? Phil? Anybody? Before we get ready to switch to see who else have another topic before we get ready.
I got one more.
Okay, you got something else you gonna say?
But I can wait.
Okay, Phil.
Can I comment on? Is it beautiful?
Beautiful soul. Yeah.
Yes. That behavior is narcissistic behavior. It is when you put narcissism is when you put yourself above your partner and you try to make them feel less than by demeaning them and by abusing them emotionally. You might not necessarily put your hands on them, but it is the idea that I'm better than you. I'm going to do everything that I can to break you down. I'm going to make up rules that only apply to you and you can't do it back to me, meaning, I can cheat, but you can't. They do tit for tat, but they don't want you to do the tat. They can do whatever they want to you, and you're not supposed to say anything. That is narcissism. I lived with it. And so I do agree that is narcissistic behavior. He put his feelings above yours. He put his feelings above the family. What you're not supposed to do is leave me at a restaurant with the kids so that you can go watch TV. Excuse me. We are a family unit. If we go out to eat together, we leave together because we're a family. We're not going in two separate cars so you can leave later on because you feel like it. So yes, he is emotionally abusive to you. I do agree that it's narcissistic behavior, and you didn't deserve to be treated that way. On top of him cheating too, and then he kept on doing it because he knew you were going to stay, and he knew that you weren't going to cheat back. So yeah, narcissist. I agree.
Anybody got to come in? And I think
she did cheat back. She said she
just-
cheated back.
Allegedly.
Okay, it took her 20 years. Come on now.
Listen, I'm not getting into nobody's
Allegedly.
timeline. I'm not getting into nobody's timeline.
No, you can't say, oh, if he cheats 15 times over 20 years and she did it one time, okay, yeah, she did get him back. Hell no, that wasn't getting back.
Who
Forget
said
that.
who?
What? Don't y'all get married for better or for worse?
Who condoned?
Now, cheating
so
ain't
I
for better or
thought-
for worse.
Okay.
That it is not in the same. That is
condoned-
not in the same scope. It don't mean the same thing.
Who condoned his behavior? I feel like this is a straw man argument you're making because nobody's defending this guy. Not one person.
Well, it was said that she got him back after 20 years. To me, no.
No.
she didn't even
I
begin to
pointed
get it
out
back.
that she said she was also doing it. She said it took 20 years, and she could be telling us the truth. It could have took 25. I don't know that life. That's what I'm saying. I'm not getting into the timelines, but she said they were both doing it. She just told you about the guy at work that she says she still love.
3
Like
years.
listen, I'm not saying
but I'm
she's
saying-
wrong. I'm saying nobody's defending him. You're making an argument like he's being defended, and he's not.
Well, you said that wasn't narcissistic behavior, and I don't.
and I
agree.
still don't. I
That's
still
his
don't think that's
opinion, so
narcissistic.
we-
That's just my opinion.
And I'm just saying that
And
I don't.
yours is yours.
I disagree with
We
that.
got that gavel.
Right. Yeah.
We're good.
Creed. We
ain't
good.
got to the gavel yet, Creed. Come on.
I can't tell.
All right. Let's,
Gavel time.
before
Gavel
we get ready to
time.
switch, what was you figure say, Beautiful Soul, before we switch up?
I was gonna say also, he didn't want me to work. He wanted me to work from home, or he wanted me to work where he works so he can watch me.
I wouldn't trust you at work neither. You have a work boo.
Yeah, I'm just
What you
saying.
talking
gotta
about?
set
I do
yourself
not
right
trust
with
you,
that.
beautiful soul. I've been knowing you 40 minutes and I'm scared already. I wouldn't leave you alone in a Walmart dressing room by yourself.
By
No.
yourself.
Okay.
No, you have a beautiful soul. I'm just playing.
Let's switch gears right quick. Let's see what the next.
Wizzo,
Oh,
one thing real quick.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I am a stickler for definitions, and I guarantee you, Beautiful Soul, Phil, Tree, Two Flowers, y'all have not dealt with the textbook definition of a narcissist. And I'll give you examples of why I say you haven't. Because a textbook, professionally diagnosed narcissist is going to be somebody like Ike Turner. A textbook narcissist is going to be somebody like Puff Daddy. Those are textbook narcissists.
Joe
Like,
Jackson.
Joe Jackson wasn't a
I see you, Creed.
narcissist. He might have been a little extreme, but he cared about his kids.
He was
cared about his
abusive. He
kids.
was a
Like,
lot abusive.
Yeah, like Napoleon Bonaparte. That's a textbook narcissist.
I got you, Creed. I see you next.
Y'all have not dealt with people like
This is
that because you
intentional.
would still be ruined right now.
Right.
And it might scare you to talk about saying textbook narcissist. Like it, and again, I'm making sure that I'm stressing textbook. The word narcissist, just like how toxic has become, once it becomes part of the lexicon, we can make it mean anything. Just like how when high value man became something part of the American lexicon, it started just meaning whether you make money, and it would be people who weren't textbook high value man would still say that as a way to try to get one up on somebody in a conversation. I just want to stress that a textbook narcissist is not, I repeat, not something y'all have dealt with, because you would still most definitely be damaged by it.
Right. All right, Creed.
And I mean that fully. And I'm not trying to belittle whatever y'all done went through. I ain't saying there was no pain involved. I ain't saying there was no hurt involved. But if we're talking about what a narcissist is, you have not had a Puff Daddy in your life.
Right.
Well, I turn.
Okay.
Or
so-
I turn.
So Creed, let's
But
get your comment, Creed.
The reality
come
is,
with your
Big
topic.
Poke, the reality is, Big Poke, you have no clue what we have experienced in our life. You have no clue how much damage we still are dealing with and fighting with now. It's a reason why women keep having failed relationships and keep picking the same guy or the wrong guy or the bad guy or whatever guy over and over again. So I completely disagree with you because you don't know what kind of experiences we had. And we are. And I can tell when I hear Phil Nat talk that she is still kind of messed up from the stuff she done dealt with. And I already know my own personal experience. So, and I know other women personal experience. So I beg to differ. I've read the textbook definition that you keep emphasizing on many and plenty of times. And it's real simple, actually. So I just disagree with that. That's it. It's not a big deal. It's nothing to argue about.
Now, what's your topic?
Beautiful Soul did not describe Ike
Go
Turner.
ahead.
She did not just describe Ike Turner. She didn't. I'm sorry. Beautiful Soul did not describe an Ike Turner.
I'm not sure what Ike Turner has to.
Okay. Let me do this right here, y'all. I just got a message. PM, what was you gonna say, PM?
He want to go next with his question.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Go ahead, PM.
I say this, man.
I mean,
like,
topic.
Oh no, don't be trying to tell me what to do, Free.
No, Cree, you coming next with the topic.
It was your topic. Nah,
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
He had
like,
a question or something.
the behavior, you know, each one teach one. I mean, each his own, whatever experiences. You're not trying to take away from your experiences.
Right.
But there are some real crazy people out here, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really think that y'all ran into no crazy person. Because the way you reply is like the men can't meet a female narcissist. You know what I mean? So we got to keep that in play. It can go both ways. It's not just men. But and I think this, if you keep on making bad selections and coming across the wrong dude, you just have a selection problem. You might need to interview your fellow fella a little bit more in depth. You know, like I always say on my podcast, we tend to meet somebody on the weekend, do a lot of that grown folk business the whole weekend, not even knowing the person, and then we hating that person next week, the next Monday, the next Friday. So we take our time to get to know the person, take it slow. If they really about what you're looking for, they're gonna be there in the end, man. You got to worry about them leaving. If you projecting out what a real man wants, he's gonna stick around to find out what you can offer and what you can put together. So it can't always be like, oh, you know, just guys out here at the guy. At some point, you have made a wrong decision in your selection process. We just got to keep them on it.
Right. So already, let's do this right here. Let's get with Cree with a topic, and then after that, I need to get Chocolate Boo to come in because he's been according to my little cheat sheet over here. He's been I ain't been to him too much. So Cree, what you throwing out there?
Down Devin want to say something.
I got you, but
ask
I see
why when we have these type of conversation, it's always like we putting one against the other. Like for once, I like to have a conversation where we trying to figure it out together instead of like, because I didn't hear nobody saying it's just the men. Well, clearly you talking to women. So if they ain't experienced it with another woman, it's the man we talking about. So it's not nothing against y'all. It's that man. That's one man. You know how you always tell us, not all men.
But
so
you say time after time after
we got to let her finish.
Listen, Phil Nett clearly took responsibility and accountability for the role she played in it. However, that man proposed to her. So if she want to be married, I mean, sure, she used to vet him or whatever longer. She took accountability for that. And now she's going to take her time. Great. Right. But at the end of the day, like, we need to figure it out how we can do it together, not against each other. So I wanted to talk about, which is my topic, like how a woman can be down for a man, like do the good, the bad, the ugly. And then when he get on his feet and get right, he leave her for the bad chick or whoever. Like some other chick that he just met. Like, what's the thought process behind that? Like now I can get a more wide selection of women, so I don't need this one no more. I done used her up. Like, what is that about?
Right,
can I comment?
I will, but I Chocolate Buddha hadn't hardly said anything, so I gotta let him go, and then I'll come to you next.
Okay.
So yeah, so Chocolate Buddha, go ahead.
I wish I could answer that for you, but it's actually flipped for me because for me, it's my situation has been I've been that guy who was always on top. I'll bring somebody up that was a woman, and as soon as I get them up to my level, they ball the fuck out, take all my shit, and leave. and look, if you've been on here before, and the guys can attest to this, every conversation I had was I found somebody, and I got a book coming out, The Death of Captain Saberho. I'll send it to you. I've been that guy that's been there trying to take care of somebody, bring them up, defend them. And this is not for all women, because I make a living defending good women that do good things. But there's some bad women that come out there, take advantage of a good guy, and as soon as they feel comfortable enough, they'll look at me and say, I lowered my standards for you. I'm taking all your shit. And then I got to go and move on with half of my shit and build it back up for somebody else to take the other half of my shit. So I'm not sorry for telling my story, because I'm that guy that's been out there trying to do the right thing. And here's the other kicker to my thing. I'm still defending good women. And again, you can ask any guy on here. I'll go toe to toe with anybody that talks bad about women or demean women. And I mean what the fuck I say. But I'm not going to sit here and act like there's not any bad women out there that will hurt men, because I've been one that's been taken advantage of quite a few times. And I yield my mic.
Already.
Just because you're a narcissist.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry.
Phil, what you got, Phil?
So
Okay, first of all, let me go
hold
back
up.
to the
Oh,
narcissist
my bad.
conference, that comment. First of all, you make it seem like we are incapable of understanding what the word narcissist means. First of all, second of, and I gave you a definition of narcissism. She, Beautiful Soul, gave you her examples of what narcissistic behavior and how that affected her. You told her she was wrong, and then you're gonna sit up here and name all of these national names where people in the whole world know these men. Those are just famous cases. Narcissism is not it's only for famous men. It's not only for men with a lot of money. It's not only for men with prestige. It's not only for men that are trying to um uh poison the woman. That's not those are famous cases. Narcissism is something that a lot of people encounter on a daily basis. We see it when it comes to race, where people are walked up on. You don't belong here. Do you? Where do you live? You show me your driver's license. Do you live in this neighborhood? That's narcissistic behavior. I feel like you're beneath me. I have put myself in a position above you, and I don't feel like you're on the same level as me. So I'm going to try to exert my power, or my seen power, my perceived power over you. That's what narcissism is. It doesn't have to be somebody famous that you see on headlines. First of all, we deal with narcissistic people on our job all the time. People that think they know everything, can't learn anything. That's narcissism. We deal with it in a lot of different relationships. We have family members that are narcissists. So get that out your head, that women don't have narcissists for partners, because we do. I lived it. I had a narcissist for a boyfriend for 9 months, and he taught me a lot about myself, about my level of tolerance, what I was lacking in my life. Because when I tell you, he did everything to break me down, every single thing he could. Every time I said something, he had a rebuttal. We couldn't go out without an argument first. So I understand. So yes, Cree is right. I still suffer from the behavior, even though I haven't been with him for like 4 or 5 years since that relationship ended. I still to this day am damaged by the shit that he did to me. So you're not going to sit up here and tell me that I haven't dealt with the real narcissist when you have not walked in my shoes. You did not hear the conversations. You did not see the text messages. You were not there when he demeaned me and said all the bullshit that he said to me, threatening to beat me up.
Alrighty.
Absolutely not. So now let's go to the new topic that Cree was saying. If you could you repeat what you said, Cree?
Why do when men get
Oh,
get
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so I was watching the podcast with, I think it was the what's his name? Shannon. He's
Shannon
a
Sharpe.
ex-football player.
Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, Shannon Sharpe. Another narcissist. That and so I think they posed that question, or it might have been a different podcast. But what was said in that podcast, and it was very interesting, it made sense. And there are a lot of famous Black men that have done this too. They did not stay with their first woman, the woman that helped them build their career. But once they got their career, they left that woman for somebody else. And so what was said in one of the podcasts that I was listening to was that the man did not want to stay with that woman because she reminded him of when he had nothing. And so he decides to leave her and go with someone else to start over, so that he's not reminded every day that he had nothing. And on one hand, that makes sense. On the other hand, it's extremely sad. I mean, clearly it's his choice because, you know, like Steve Harvey was an example that he did it.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, exactly. And so these really famous Black icons that we watch all the time, they did not stay with their original woman that helped them get their career started. They left them for somebody else, and it was because he reminds them of when he didn't have anything. So yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Go ahead, PM. No, PM, I was gonna say you and then Flowers. Two Flowers. I don't know if you was talking to somebody or whoever, but I'm checking out your facial expressions and everything over there. So, but we're gonna come to you after PM, and then after Flowers, then it's whoever want to go. But PM, go ahead.
We can't
Check
use
this out,
famous
man.
people as examples.
Yeah, Kreese said nothing lasts forever. Nothing is forever, or whatever the case may be. So,
Yeah.
how can you, in another sense, turn around and say the man left a woman that he was with originally when he was coming up after he made it? Like,
Oh, no, that's not what I said.
No, I didn't. Wait a minute, Creed. Don't put your back up. Now, look, how can you say, you know what I mean, like he leaves his woman once he's made? Nothing is, I said that you said nothing is forever, right? Nothing's gonna last forever. That's what I've said about that. This other part is what the young lady at the bottom said. She was like, oh, once you get to a certain position, you leave that woman. If nothing lasts forever, then that's to be expected if we're gonna live by that one, right? But for the same part, we grow away from each other. So you guys had 3 relationships, 3 marriages. You could have been going and then trying to be famous in your first first marriage, and then got rid of your first husband and married 2 and 3. That doesn't have anything to do with your success. At the end of the day, before your success, you still have to be compatible. You know what I mean? And I think we was talking about that earlier. You got to either be compatible with the person that you're with. Whether it's going to be 2 months, 9 months, or 24 years, whatever the case may be, still compatibility issues. It has nothing to do with what with how much money you make.
Flowers, what you say? I got you, Street. I saw you, but I think see what she's got to say.
Listen, Phil, you are confusing me. Because one minute you like, don't use no famous person to give examples of a narcissistic person, yet you go straight to using famous people as examples to prove your point.
I didn't say don't. Well, I said the examples that were given were famous. I didn't say don't.
She didn't say don't use
famous.
them.
Okay,
I said
all right.
Was using famous ones. And then telling us that we haven't experienced narcissism because of the national attention that those particular narcissists got, that we can't experience narcissism in our everyday lives. And that's why I gave the multiple points of people in our lives in everyday life. We deal with narcissism all the time. It is not
it really wasn't that deep. It was an example given to you.
But what was said, I understand.
Just like you did.
No, he said that we have not experienced narcissism. He told us what we have experienced, and that's why I did the rebuttal that I did. You can't tell me that I haven't experienced it.
You haven't the definition. That's what he said.
I don't think many people can tell you anything.
Somebody put the clinical definition in the comments, and it's exactly what I said. They put themselves first, and they will do everything that they can to break you down to make themselves feel better.
Okay, let's do this right here, y'all. Cause Creed put something out there, and I know we kind of keep going back to it around it, but we need to see what Jason. Go ahead. You got to comment on something there?
Yeah, I'm on Creed. I'm on Creed. I'm on Creed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be brief because in one side you started that question asking us why we couldn't all get along, and you immediately attacked the men in general and said men gonna get famous and walk away from the woman that they started with, and that in and of itself put me down to where I didn't even want to get involved in that with y'all, because you gonna say how can we get along and then immediately twist the knife on some shit. You gotta
Can I say
unmute.
something?
Oh, okay, there you go.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
What I was asking, and it was not even pertaining to like specifically like famous people. I was asking you guys in general, what would make a man leave the person that was there when he was nothing? I was asking y'all opinion on it, not putting us against.
I appreciate.
This is just a topic for conversation purposes.
But I appreciate your framing of the question this time. The first time, I'm not the only one in the room that heard how accusatory that was in general to men.
But that's not how. I promise
I
you.
know it may not be how you meant it. I'm just saying that's how it sounded to the receiver of your communication.
It looked like Flowers agreeing with that too.
Number one. Number two, my response to that is just like when I was talking about earlier, and I think PM brought it up, was when we talk about compatibility. If you have compatibility and if you have the type of man that you want for your life, he is not going to leave you like that. He ain't going to leave you because he found something. Listen, I'm so comfortable with my life. So if I have a windfall tomorrow and quadruple the size of my income tomorrow, I'm not making no brash moves like getting rid of the woman that I'm comfortable with. Are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like this is not something. And I would like to point out the distinction between, and I get that you were only using it for an example, and I'm cool with that, but I would like to address it in a non-accusatory way and just pointing out that most men that are doing well in life don't respect, I don't remember who, somebody said black icons or whatever when these names were getting thrown out. They're not icons to us men. We don't respect them. They don't, if you're an athlete, if you're a singer, if you have Kevin Hart was mentioned, if you got a specific talent that you have been fortunate / blessed / whatever, good fortune, whatever, enough that you are making millions off of that talent, I big up you. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're making it. But you and me are not the same when we pull our pants down and we both happen to be men, right? Because I got to go through failure. I got to go through, losing businesses. I got to go through all the stuff that I got to go through to get to where I'm at. And that sharpens a man's decision-making process. You see what I'm saying? So this is why you have one of my favorites. I don't know if y'all follow Formula One, but that's just me. Lewis Hamilton just got with the other Kardashian sister. You see what I'm saying? Like if he had worked for that through life, lost money, gained money, the whole thing, he would have never put that kind of liability on his life, knowing that he's worth $400 or $500 million. He would not do that to himself. You see what I'm saying? So they don't even make the same kind of decisions that a normal man does, whether he's a CEO at a 5-person company or he goes to work and hits a clock and jumps in a trash truck every day. He's learning to make decisions in life. There's certain people that have extraordinary talent. I'm not shitting on their talent, but they have extraordinary talent and they get paid for that talent. They have arrested development. I know you know about behavior and you smart in that area, so I don't even have, you know what I'm saying? They're not always a 30 or 40 or 50-year-old man just because, life kind of was a little easier for them. They had to just hone that skill versus going through the tumultuous time that it is just to be a man in America. A black man now, forget about it, right? Yeah. So that's just my point. Pointing that out is that distinction. I'm not saying that you were accusing or nothing like that.
Gotcha. So let's do this right quick, guys. I got one person getting ready to go. I'm gonna get Cree to say whatever closing comments, and then after that, we're gonna come to Pokey, and then after that, anybody that want to go and go. Cree, what you got before you get out?
I'm gonna say this. I appreciate all of y'all. I respect all of y'all. I really like having conversations where we can learn and grow from each other. without picking at each other, you know, unless we playing or whatever, but not seriously. And I don't like arguing. I don't do none of that stuff. I really don't. So I just want to thank y'all. I gotta go because I'm birthday loading. And I just want y'all to continue to have healthy conversation. That's the only way we're gonna grow, for real, without arguing and stuff, and respecting each other's opinion, because literally it's everybody's own experience and opinions.
Right.
So thank you again, Paul, for having me on. I think we need a part 2 because we didn't touch on many topics.
Yeah, you're gonna leave early on us again and shit. So I mean,
Yeah, my
God,
birthday. I'm
That's
loading.
3 in a row. 3 in a
Yeah.
row.
Yeah, trying to burn out
And you played
and
last
point
time.
fingers.
yeah.
Happy birthday, Cree.
Thank you. See, that's what I see.
Happy
What I'm saying?
birthday. Happy
Let's celebrate
birthday,
life.
Queen.
I made it.
Preach.
Almost there.
Preach.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. I really do. I love these conversations. You know, I love the podcast. Like,
All right,
but
Great.
I gotta
P.M. was
go.
gonna say something to you before you go.
You're really getting too old for this. You need to stop. You're getting too old for this. You just turned
I'm
50.
too old when I die, friend. I'm too old when I
You need
die.
to stop. All right.
All right.
Take
All
2
right,
shots
then,
from me.
cool.
Stop living. All right, y'all.
All
Audience,
right,
thank y'all for
that's what's
chiming
up.
in. I appreciate y'all.
All right, appreciate it. All right, okay, Poke. A lot's been said, so I don't know where you want to pick up on, but a lot has been said. So pick up wherever you like to pick up at and roll with you.
You know, I'm almost wanting to turn my switch on because the hypocrisy that I've been hearing is ridiculous. But you know what? Forget it, because it's not gonna stop.
Okay.
What I do want to say though is, when somebody's giving examples, they're giving examples that everybody can easily recognize. It's not specifically because that is the type of person that we're paying attention to, but it's because we know who they are. We are all aware of their behaviors. We are all aware of what has occurred in their life and why, when you use them as an example, it should be able to be conveyed the actual thought that we're trying to process. Now, when I used Puff Daddy as an example, as what a clinically defined narcissist is, there'd be no question about the behavior.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's for. There's no room to say, well, no, he might not be a narcissist. No, clearly. And somebody behaving like that is why I used him as an example. Under good faith conversation, that would have been understood. Now, when I say, and I use qualifiers because I'm a person who loves to use qualifiers, and when people are actually listening, and you can tell who actually listens to actually learn something or actually try to understand what someone is saying, they'll actually speak on it, which is why I appreciate those who do. Again, let me not point any fingers. And when we use, for example, Kanye West, we're not saying that everybody is a famous musician who happened to date a palm-colored person, talk bad about a black woman, and then switched out to being crazy. That's not particularly what we're saying, but we get an idea about the personality that we're trying to use as an example in the particular conversation we're having. I mean, if we use Bill Cosby in the wrong context, we're talking about somebody who's sedating people for their own sexual pleasure, or we could be talking about somebody who put in a whole lot of work for the black community. Just depends on what the context of the conversation is. Mm-hmm. I just want to put that out there, because if we're talking in good faith, which is what I usually try to do, then that would not be up for dispute. And I'll leave it at that.
All right, Coach Chocolate Buddha.
I think in the passion of our conversations, we get real deep into things. And I appreciate the quantifying of things, but what I like to bring to the table is when we're talking about people on the panel, I think we should reserve a little bit on defining what somebody's went through. I get it, talking about P. Diddy and information that we've seen and research, but when we're talking about an individual on the panel who the only thing we know of is what they share with us, I think we should do a little bit reserving of what we define them as. We should allow them to define themselves of what they're sharing with us and leave it at that. Because if we go further than that, I think this is where we're going past what we know, because we do not know. There's no way possible that we can know, because the only thing we do know is what they've shared with us. And what I've seen so far, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, I'm just saying, based on what I've seen, is sometimes we get so impassioned with what we're talking about, we go past what we know on people like celebrities and stuff and start making that same call out for people that only shared what they felt safe to share here. And I stress this, and I told Wizzo this before, is because my background is in victim advocacy. My background is in mediation. And when I hear things like this, I might be a little more sensitive than others. And I'm sensitive to others because I'm not just hearing words, I'm watching the nonverbals. And all I want is that when people start talking like this and they start telling you their truth in this forum, that we just take a breather and say, okay, I feel passionate about what I'm saying, but maybe I need to step back from this person right now, because maybe my impact is different than my intent. And let me just step back right now. Right. So I'm just putting that out there right now, because this has happened a couple of times, and I don't want anybody to be offended, even though the intent is not to offend. I really believe that everybody on this panel is not intentionally wanting to offend people, but the impact is happening all the time. So I just want to throw that out there, and nobody needs to answer that. Nobody needs to define that. I just want you to think about it.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. All right. And I think Phil, you was kind of, were you throwing your hand up?
Yes, I just was giving him kudos. I was giving him a high five. I agree 100% of what he says. Attacks on the panel is different from giving your opinion. So yes, I agree. Thank you, Chocolate.
Okay, so before we get ready to switch gears, anybody got any comments or anything else before we? Because I don't want to keep everybody long, but I want to make sure everybody get a chance to get in what they little talking point. So okay, go ahead, PM.
I mean, like I hear everybody what y'all saying, especially coming from that side. Basically, what I've been trying to express, let's not make it seem like it's just one sided. Like women are always the victim of this, or women always do this. It's the same. You used to have the same women out there molesting children. You have the same women can be narcissists, abusers versus men. So let's not make it seem like it's just one sided. I know Chocolate Buddha does it, advocating for women, this and that and that and that. Yeah, men also carry a heavy burden because we don't have no one to talk to or go express these different things to keep a number list or a chart down or statistic rate. You know what I'm saying? But let's not just act like it's just one sided, that the females are always the victim of everything that's going on. Because I didn't start like a lot of words like narcissism and food allergies. Now I'm just really realizing a lot of people, like somebody was stating earlier, just picking up on these words within the last 10 years and all these terms and different things like that, because we couldn't identify them back in the day. So now we're using them. But my point is, let's not just make it seem like it's just females that's always a victim of everything that goes on in this world.
Right. Gotcha. I know I've read a couple of books where the woman was whooping up on the guy's ass, and and then once he wound up going to the cops to tell him about it and complain on her, they was like, yeah, right. Did not believe him. And the only way they wind up believing, I'm just kind of fast forward, not to get all the way into it, was that he was talking to his counselor and was able to vouch for the fact that she was whooping his ass, so I hear what you're saying. So, Jason, any comments? Cause we got to go with Miss Flowers. Cause I've been watching her expression. She ready to say some shit. I gotta let her go.
I'm absolutely looking forward to whatever she got.
Okay, well, she ready, cause I've been watching you, Flowers. So what you got?
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I first want to say that With my background, I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I'm also certified in first aid mental health. And I'm a big component on therapy, right? Because for me personally, I don't have that many people in my immediate family that I can really, express myself with. So it's really important for me to speak to those that have the background. So with that said, I think it's really, really important when we name things that we name them correctly. Because if we do not name them correctly, then we cannot address them correctly. We can't heal from them correctly. We cannot help others heal from things correctly if we just get to make up that definition of something because of our own personal experiences. Okay. Now, of course, I mean, we all have our own journeys. And so we're going to all have our certain experiences, but there is actual terms that can be labeled to those things that aren't what everybody's saying. Okay. It could be a lack of good communication. It could be a lack of you yourself being confident in who you are. And so when you present to someone else, they're seeing that and they could not be a good person and they take advantage of it. It could be those things. So that's what I would like to say. Thank you so much.
Okay, I thought you. Well, first I'm gonna say this right here. You more than welcome to come on here, Wizzo Talk, and express yourself anytime that you want to. So we would definitely want to do that. But were you throwing? I heard everything you said, but is there a topic you like to throw out there for us? Something a talking point, or if not, then I'm gonna move to somebody else before I say one of mine. You good?
Sure. I do have a topic,
Okay.
and I kind of want to piggyback. Unfortunately, Cree had to leave, but I thought what she was going for was, why don't we talk about unity between men and women more often? Instead of us always having this, the side of the woman and the side of the man, and we always seem to be just battling who's right and who's wrong. And so I do want to put out there, what are some ways that we can speak in a unified way about relationships and what we need and want in relationships?
Okay. Which one of the guys gonna take that first? Jace PM. I know I'm gonna say something myself.
I can go. I mean, it keeps getting overlooked, but I keep coming back to it because it's really the foundation of what you have to be compatible with somebody. If you're not compatible with the person and y'all don't agree, I can meet the most beautiful woman in the world that checks every box that I have in my lineup of what I require. She could check every box that I have in what I'm looking for internally from a woman. She could check every box for what do you bring to my life and how can you enhance my life? Otherwise, I don't need you conversation. She can knock all of that out of the park. But if we don't want the same things out of the commitment to one another, meaning I want to commit to you, I want you to be there for me for the rest of my life till I die. And I want to take care of you. I want you to want to be taken care of by me. And let's do life together and let's be successful. If she wants happiness only, if she wants to travel a lot, because I'm gonna tell you something, that's the other buzz thing. Everybody want to travel these days. Let me tell you something. I got a little bit, I'm folding a little bit in my pocket. I hate traveling because while we sitting there traveling, I'm thinking about the fact that we flew out there first class. I'm thinking about the fact that I'm paying $3,000 for the week while I'm in Vegas to be in this hotel room. I'm thinking about this $800 steak that you're taking a picture of instead of eating. I'm thinking about what it's costing me. So I'm not one of these dudes that's going to get on and be like, yeah, I love to travel too. Fuck that. I'm going to travel once or twice a year. And then we sitting down. Because the other thing is a lot of women want a man who gonna get out here and get it. He gonna go get this money, but then they upset that he can't travel every weekend. Like, you can't have it both ways. Like, is he gonna get the money, or you gonna put your 50% or 60% on top of what he getting? So then y'all can travel together because that's what y'all want to be doing. So what I'm saying is, even in those situations, those two people are compatible. If they value travel, and this man want to make $40,000 a year and have whatever job where he can have an unending amount of time off to travel and do things that she wants to do, and that's important to her, and it's also important to him, then they're compatible. And none of us on the outside can look at their relationship and say that it's not going to work. I'm saying I make it a point to vet out anybody that wants to deal with me and make sure that we're compatible. A lot of people are pretty. A lot of women are fine. A lot of times when I sift through the fact that I don't want nobody with a real BBL or a Motel 6 BBL, and I can decide what I got and what I like and what I want, I still need to make sure you're compatible with me. If we don't do that, it ain't gonna work.
Gotcha. And I think sometimes that conversation may come up way down the line instead of coming out right at the front. I mean, I think they've been been fucked and sucked and did all that shit before that conversation really come out, and now we a year, 6 months into whatever, and now you want to say Texas, all of that, so I don't know what I'm reading something else here.
Yeah.
So
no, you're right. It comes too late, and that's on us. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody else said something about in the comments was talking about effective communication. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. If we start talking about what's important in a relationship and what's going to make a relationship successful and healthy, all of us going to start talking about communication. But we deal with beauty, we deal with money, we deal with all of this stuff other than dealing with and focusing on conflict resolution and communication. Because if that was really that important to all of us, male and female, why wouldn't we all focus more on learning how to do that better, regardless of who we're talking to, regardless of who we're dealing with? And then I definitely don't accept when people, male or female, if I come home and you got an attitude and I'm like, damn, what's going on? And you're like, I just had a rough day because I started my cycle, right? I want to talk about what we're going to do and how we need to pivot because you got fired today, right? No, I didn't get fired. Then you don't. So you was able to control yourself at the job and ignore the fact that you was on your cycle, but you come home to the one person that's supporting and loving you and you bring me the bullshit? No, we ain't doing that. I ain't doing it. Y'all might. I ain't doing it.
Gotcha. All right. Anybody?
Jason, if you broke, just say that.
Shit.
Phil, Chocolate Buddha, anybody? PM? Anybody?
Yeah, man.
I
I got something real quick, man. We're gonna start using the term on here. I keep expressing this over and over and over again. And I think Wizzo used to express it too. He said kind of like you get the, booty before you get the other part. We're gonna start calling it booty before duty. That means if I meet you on a weekend and we end up doing something that before I got to know your name, your blood type, your sister, your brother, anything of that nature, the color of your car, whatever the case may be. If I got the booty before the duty of being your man, then that's what the phrase we're going to use and the term we're going to use for that right there is when you get it before you get to know who she is.
Right.
I just want to throw that in there right now. Booty before duty.
All right. Phil,
Damn.
Chocolate Buddha, anybody?
PM just messed me up because there's a whole bunch of booty before duty in my life, bro.
Damn.
My current wife is booty before duty, and we rocking a whole bunch of booty. But I want to get back to what Jason was talking about earlier, and you brought it up a couple of times, brother, about communication. Communication is not just about talking. You got verbal and nonverbal communication, and people keep ignoring the biggest part, which is nonverbal. Just because you saying you love somebody and you support them is not equal to what you showing. So if you saying all these good things all the time when you think it matters, but you're not showing it, you're not supporting it with that 50 or 60% on the top when you want to take these trips or, toughen up and making sure when that man comes home or that woman comes home, you showing that support when they come in the door, like you showing support in the home. You're not using effective communication. And it kind of segues into the topic I'm going to bring in later when I get my chance to bring it in. But communication is key. And people got to stop thinking of communication as just, hey, I'm talking to you, you talk to me. It's a lot more than that. A lot more.
All right, and I'm gonna tell you, I was bad about communicating. I don't want to talk about shit. I close the door and walk in the other fucking room and go to sleep mad. And I know I shouldn't do that, but I've been there. So, well, you finna say something, Jason?
What you're saying, but you know what I run into personally. Everybody share a little bit personally. I'm too logical forward,
right?
And emotions are way in the back, too far, to where I have to be told every now and again, hey, I need you to care about this more than what, you know what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
got to make sense to my brain or I don't want it. And that can be a problem as well. So like you said, effective communication is both speaking and listening. So
Right. Gotcha. Let's see what Phil got on anything that's been said, and then we're gonna see what Chocolate Buddha, because I don't want to keep you guys too long. So want to make sure we get everybody talking point in. So Phil, you got anything on anything that's been said?
I do believe communication is key in any relationship, not just in marriage. Communication, as a teacher, we're trained on how to communicate effectively with children and with each other as a team, with our colleagues, and in order to meet the goal of the relationship, no matter what it is, no matter who it's with, the parties have to see each other as people. They have to respect each other, and it and the norms have to be set. Just like Chocolate Buddha was trying to establish earlier with how we speak to each other on the panel. The norms have to be set because when and in therapy terms, those are called boundaries. And so you have to know what your boundary is, what you're going to accept, and be able to express those boundaries with other people. If you are not someone that uses profanity, but your partner does use profanity, you have to tell them, look, I don't use profanity, but if I understand that you use profanity, can you use it a lot less with me? When you're with your friends, you can say whatever you want, but when you talk to me, can you not use profanity? Boundaries. Being able to communicate, and then that your partner should understand, oh, okay, I understand. Not, oh, this just me. That's just the way I talk. You have to grow up, and you have to know that if someone is expressing how you make them feel when you say certain things, it's not a personal attack. They're just setting a boundary, telling you this is what I would prefer, how I would prefer to be treated. So someone wrote down hearing versus listening, and that's exactly right. You can hear a person but not really listen to them. And if you're not really listening for understanding, then every conversation is always going to be a fight. And so communication is key. And when you don't have communication, then that's when assumptions wreak havoc, and misunderstandings run amok, and that's when the relationship begins to deteriorate. Now, if y'all are both nonverbal and neither one of y'all like talking, then there's that compatibility. You don't like to talk, I don't like to talk, we talk when we need to. Then you guys come to that understanding, but even that needs to be verbalized, and to say, look, I'm cool right now, but if something happens, if something pops off, I'm gonna say something. So communication is key. And so you just have to respect the person, and you can learn a lot about a person by how they speak to you.
Gotcha. All right. And with that being said, any other comments? Before we'll go to Chocolate Buddha, what these topics? Nope. All righty.
I do.
Oh, go
Just in
ahead.
case. So, how I was talking about how Black people love to use phrases and not sit with the textbook definition. This kind of touches on that. Like, Buddha, you've been trained to pick up nonverbal cues. Like that's something you've specialized in. That's not a skill Joe and Jane Sixpack are going to engage in. Like for instance, like if you're talking to somebody in a business meeting, for instance, you want to watch their eyes, because if they look up to the left, it might indicate that they're lying. If they look up to the right, it might indicate that they're accessing their memories. The thing about that is that Joe and Jane Sixpack aren't going to know that. That's specialized training. That's something that you have to engage. Usually you have to be taught by somebody who's an expert to know those types of things. And I will defer to you when it comes to picking up nonverbal cues, because I would consider you an expert. But the Joe and Jane six packs of the world, that is foreign to them as the Greek language, as Latin. When it comes to communication for the Joe and Jane six packs of the world, it is always going to start with the verbal communication. And that's where it starts. And something else, like when we're talking about, and I'm using quotations, emotional intelligence. It always seems like the emotional intelligence is on the burden of the man. When we, and just a random example, I'll use a TV example to make sure that I keep this real simple. You've seen in whatever sitcom where the woman is not speaking, where the woman is ignoring or being lacking, I'm specifically in a marriage, lacking in her normal duty. And since we use that word, I'll go back to it, lacking in her normal duty. It is clearly on the man to figure it out without any actual communication. Now, we heard earlier that from a man is narcissism. That same example, we heard that earlier, that from a man is narcissism. And this is, and Pete kind of touched on that when we were talking about, hey, women do these things too, but I've never heard that, especially coming from the people who suffer from it, being men, that's considered narcissism. And I'm glad actually that we haven't, because that would not be the textbook definition of such. But I digress from that and just want to bring it back to, if nonverbal cues are something that should be put into the forefront, then specialists who know how to teach both men and women these things need to be brought to the forefront. It shouldn't just be a good talking point, because that's not something that your Joe and Jane six packs of the world have any regular knowledge of.
Gotcha. And we're going to see what Chocolate Buddha. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask something, and I appreciate you sharing that, because the one thing I don't want us to leave here with is a wall built up that one is right and one is wrong. I feel that for Wizzo Talk, this is where we had those hard talks so we can come to some type of intersection. And you're right. I am trained in this. I've been doing it for over 20 years, but it didn't come from just my training in the military. Anybody that has fought professionally or in the streets, there are nonverbal things that you pick up on to find out if somebody is going to hit you with their right hand or kick you. The more you do it, the more you pick up. It's people just think you have an instinct, but it's a nonverbal cue. As far as the narcissistic stuff, I actually put down in the statement about my second wife being a narcissist. She was actually diagnosed as a narcissist, but that's not what our conversation is about. We definitely need definitions. I'm not going to take that away. We definitely need definitions. We definitely need to have a conversation of what it is so we can explain it. What I was talking about is making sure that when we're talking about these definitions, we're not using it as weapons against people on the panel. I'm okay with us defining stuff, using examples of people out in the public forum, but as long as we stop it there, where we're not making people in the panel feel like they're less than or not being heard. Because what I see happening is that somebody's going to feel like they need to get back and say something else, and instead of us trying to have a come together for an intersection, it's going to become a Jerry Springer battle line. When every time we come, we're going to be like every other podcast where we just getting clicks for yelling and screaming. And I think we're bigger than that. So I say we still keep coming with the definitions, but with our definition, instead of trying to break each other down with the definition, let's talk about how those definitions can grow. Because a couple of times I kept hearing, how can we bring each other together? And my suggestion is, let's use that definition not to tell people what they've been going through, but how this might help us go forward. With me, and I like to use myself as an example, I will talk about the things I look for nonverbals to help bring the conversation forward. But I'll never say, because of my focus on nonverbal, you are this or your problem is that. I'm never going to do that. And if I ever do that, please call me out on it, because that's not what I'm trained to do. Now, with all that being said, you my ace boo coon. We talk about a lot of shit, and I want to keep talking about that. And we're going to keep doing that. And when we come on here, let's bring that stuff up that we talk about. We're coming at our end of time, so we won't be able to share that. But we talk about a lot of stuff on our Facebook that need to be brought up in here, man, because it can help you. You know what I'm talking about.
I
We're going to bring it up at a later time. But since we're running out of time, I want to hit this topic. And my topic, Wizzo, is when people talk about coming together in a relationship to become one, I'm calling bullshit on that. When you come in a relationship, two people should remain two people. And I'm saying that because at 56 years of age and 3 marriages and divorces, the thing that I found that works best is if my lady belongs and be the same person she was when we met, and she allows me to be the same person that I was when we met, and we go through life being these same individuals. Does anybody agree or disagree? And that's what I'm throwing out to the masses.
I'm gonna go last.
Okay. Say when you were saying that one more time, when people talk about coming together as one.
Yeah. My statement is, when people come into a relationship, they should not try to become one unit. They should be they should continue to be two individuals living together or moving through life together.
Can I
Go ahead.
start on that?
Yeah.
Okay. I do agree with that, because in my naivety, being a 20-year-old, being married for the first time, I made it my mission to not be a nagging wife. I did not want to be the woman that was always fussing, always yelling, always nitpicking at her husband. And in so doing, eventually I made myself disappear, because I made my entire life, my entire being was just being a wife. My first husband was in the Army. We moved to Fort Hood after he was stationed in Germany first, Fort Hood, then Germany, and we went back to Fort Hood, and that's where I met Cree and Wizzo, and I made myself completely absorbed with him, and thinking I was doing the right Christian thing, everything my husband wants, I'm going to get it for him. I'm going to do everything to keep my husband happy. It's all about him. After 7 years of that, what did I get? I got a serial cheater, verbal abuser, and toward the end, it almost started getting physical, because I didn't have anything left to give him by the end of 7 years. I didn't have anything left to give him, because I was just so hurt and broken down. I had given my whole life just to make him happy, and I saw that this is the way he treated me. So when I looked in the mirror at the end of that 7 years, I didn't know who Philnett was. I ended up having to find who I was and relearn who I was. I made my hobbies his hobbies. Whatever he liked, I learned to like. I had to learn what Philnett liked. I had to relearn what brought me joy. And so I completely understand what you're saying. You don't want to lose yourself just because you have a partner. You don't want to lose who you are because you walked down the aisle and you dedicated yourself to holy matrimony with this person. You have to know who you are and what you're about away from your partner. And that's where I went wrong. I was still very young, just got out of college, had never really been in a solid relationship before. This was my first marriage, and I thought I was doing everything right. I was not doing everything right. I did not know who I was, and therefore I lost. It was easy for me to lose myself because I just put him on this high pedestal, and it in the end it was not worth it. And so I ended up, you want to talk about scars and being just broken. I was broken for a long time. It took me a long time, the better part of like 15 years to get over that. I was not, my family was like, Philnette, you are not the same person after this divorce. And I wasn't. I was so hurt. So yes, please know who you are before you get into a relationship, and don't lose yourself just because you have a partner. And it goes to the compatibility piece that was spoken about earlier, is that was what I like compatible with what you like. You like to travel. May not like to travel, but I'm good with you traveling. Go with a group of girlfriends or go with a group of guys and y'all have fun. Just come back home to me and make sure you mind your manners when you're gone. And then but that requires a level of trust and knowing your partner. And that's something else I had to learn. I did not know my partners. And so now, like I said, you live and you learn, but you have to know yourself, know your partner. You have to have communication, compatibility, and just, there's a risk being with somebody else. There's no risk being by yourself. Other than maybe being lonely. But whenever you try to meld your life with another person, there's a huge risk in that. And then that's when the 50-50 comes up, and all of the money and all of that stuff. It's a huge risk, but it's a risk that, we're willing to take because we know that that's part of being in a relationship. So I get it. Yes, I agree with you, Chocolate Buddha. Be yourself and work with your partner.
Okay, so I will say this and just touch a couple of things so we go to someone else. I think we said something about some nonverbal communication. When I look back at the podcast days later, because I watch all of these, I see a whole lot of nonverbal communications, expressions, and a whole bunch of things. And I laugh, man, because some of it be, you have to go back and look at it. It's just funny to me about the nonverbal. But to answer what Chocolate Buddha was saying about the when people talk about coming together as one, I listen to a lot, and I've learned a lot being on this podcast. And I'm a lot older now, but a younger me, I wasn't really thinking about compatibility. I wasn't really thinking about coming together as one and communication. Most of the time, I was thinking about fucking, and trying to see what I can get and how often I can stay in between. I wasn't thinking about a lot of that stuff at a certain age. So, I think Jason and I and I've talked about trying to have some younger people on sometime, but I don't know any because they may be looking at it a whole lot different than what we are. I think, and Pokey, I may be wrong, but I think you said something about you used something about the way I'm gonna just say the way the women was dressed or something like that. Now, maybe when we was backstage was talking or some shit like that. I don't know, but they're dressing slutty, camel toe out, ass out, pussy out, titties out, nipples out, and all that shit like that. And then somebody's gonna run some dick up in them. At some point in time, somebody's gonna run some up in them. Hey, that's just what they like. I'm gonna go right here to Beautiful Soul. Not saying that. She was already talking about how much she liked to get some dick and how much she liked to fuck. I don't know why she's not out of that car. You
sitting in that car. We finna have to call the paramedics. What city you in? So if we call the paramedics for you, we know what city to call.
Are you out there trying to get freaky in the car or something? But I'm just saying some of that.
I'm wait till a dick appointment right now.
Right.
He said a dick appointment
before the sun go down. His kids come home from basketball practice.
So I'm just saying
that some of Capri Suns.
Some of that stuff. Then I wasn't thinking about. And I've heard Phil say she's grown and she's learned. from different situations. So I think as you get a little older, you learn some of that. Sometimes you learn it too late, after you then messed up this good woman or whatever, and you then went to that next one. So some of that stuff, the long story short on my end, because I ain't never that long, is and of course Chief told me that too. Phil, don't be laughing at that shit. Don't be laughing. That's not funny, Phil. What the hell you laughing at that for? But anyway, so I'm just saying that's all I got to say on that. Anybody got anything, any other comments on what's been said so far?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Jason.
I agree with most of that shit because I think that two people or more, depending on your lifestyle, when you decide to couple your life with somebody else's life, I heard her example, and that's her lived experience, and I'm not arguing that point. I'm saying that my experience has been when I've had positive experiences, this woman or these women, they need to know that I am in their corner. That means that when I don't want to do something and they say, we need you to go do this, take this here, drop this off, go pick up this, go do that. All right, baby, I got it. Let me go do that. You see what I'm saying? And I don't lose myself or who I am because I'm doing something that had they not said that to me, I'm not doing it, right? Like what I don't need more flowers. You see what I'm saying? But when you tell me I'm at Costco, come pick up these flowers and this mulch or whatever it is, all right, here I come. You see what I'm saying? If you say to me, hey, I like to go for a walk every evening, and I know you don't like to go, but I can't find time when the sun is still up, so it's going to be night, so you got to walk with me every night. I don't want to do that, but I say, sure, because out of love and respect for that person, I want to enhance their life. And if they are doing the same thing for me, and if they are living their life saying whatever I can do to make this man happy, and I'm saying whatever I can do to make this woman or women happy, then we going to be all right. It's not, you don't have to lose yourself. I have rules just like they do. I can't just go out and do whatever I want to do outside, right? There's rules to the relationship. On my end, hell no, you're not going on no girls trip, have fun and be nice. Hell no, not in my house. When you come back to my house off your girls trip, they need to stick around to help you with your shit.
Damn.
Because you got to go. You're not going on no girls trip in my house. And so if that's what people, because like I say, Buddha asked the question, if that's what he means when he's saying lose yourself or be an individual, that shit ain't gonna fly in my house. Just like I'm not gonna go out and go on a date with some woman or whatever, because what am I doing? You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go on by the same token, I'm not going on a guy's trip. Because what's gonna happen when me and 5 of my homies get together in Vegas? Come on now.
It's gonna stay in Vegas.
No,
Good answer. Damn, good answer.
But you get what I'm saying. I'm not holding these women to a standard that I'm not towing the line on myself. I don't feel like I've lost myself. I don't think they feel like they lose themselves, and around we go. So I'm not saying that doesn't work for other people, and I'm not saying that that's not the norm, what everybody on here is saying. I'm saying I disagree. I don't live that way, and it's not like that in my house.
And if Jason go to Vegas, I'm going with him.
Hey, and my women coming with me too.
Another good answer. Good answer. Survey says.
Oh shit! Let me hear from Beautiful Soul. Beautiful Soul, you've been kind of quiet while you sit out there in that car. Cut your mic on or put your earbuds in or something.
The heat taking her energy, y'all. You gotta forgive her.
Voice box too hot.
Oh shit! You can't hear. Oh, so you just
It's
hear
watching moaning in her background. That's why she.
It done melted the mic. It melted the microphone.
Somebody in that passenger seat.
Somebody that passes the seat over the show. Okay, that's what's up.
Or somebody tied up in the back seat. You gotta watch Beautiful Soul. Somebody might be bound and gagged in the back seat.
So let me ask.
They went to get us some water.
Yeah. Did anybody? I think I covered the one people that said they had a topic or something to throw out. Did I? Or did anybody? I miss anybody? Because I'm learning my way with this shit.
On that.
Oh, you want to throw out another one? Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, I wanted to speak on the
go ahead.
As one.
Okay.
And, my opinion about that. As someone that got married very young as well, I was 22.
Okay.
But
what are you 25 now? No, don't answer that question. I don't ask the woman their age.
Good answer. Good answer.
But what I will say is, and what I've noticed, as I've only been married once, and as I've gotten older and just observing, family members and just people I've been in contact with. I've had a modeling agency who deals with young women and stuff like that, and how they are in relationships and things like that, and their opinions. And I will say that it does seem like people don't want to be as one, like they want to keep their own independent individuality, and that's fine. But I think when you talk about a healthy relationship, though, just like Jason was saying, there are things that you're going to have or you're going to want to do, right? Just to make that other person know that you care, that you're with them, that it's you and them. Like, there has to be a unity feeling in the relationship. If you're both just trying to do your own thing and then hoping that, I don't know. I really don't know how that works, to be honest, because I don't see it working. I see people do that. I see people, I'm independent and I'm going to do what I want to do and I don't care what they say.
Right.
It doesn't work. Yeah. Just like you said, I'm not going on a girl's trip for what? Well, I need to go on a girl's trip for I have a whole man.
Yeah.
He needs to, if I want to go on a trip, I would hope that he want to satisfy me and take me on a trip.
Right. Why
would he want to go with his dudes somewhere with these women and how they dress? And like, I'm not dumb. We're all adults. We already know what the interactions and things in the risk you take to expose yourself to that type of environment. So why not come together and find out what you and that person can do for each other to have a successful relationship? I don't see anything wrong with being as one with someone.
Right. So Flowers, so you can't go to Vegas with your girls and not cheat on your man? If he said, baby, shit, go. Damn, bro. Damn. So,
whatever.
You can't go.
Secrets. Them women, they gonna keep them secrets, but she gonna bring you home something that's been intruded.
Two flowers. She said she gonna come back with one flower. I
have no desire to go. I don't have a desire to go with a group of women.
I appreciate that.
I don't.
I appreciate that, because you know what I hear when she just said that, what I hear is, like I said, I'm not knocking other women. I'm not speaking towards any woman that don't think the way that I do. I have been intentional in my life about looking and vetting women who think like I do. And I'm looking and vetting a woman that thinks I only want to be with him. I only want him, and my family is where I want to spend my time. Then I don't want to be with a woman that want to go on a girl's trip. I'm not saying girls' trips are wrong. I'm saying in my residence, at my address, they not flying over here, right? So I'm not going to try to control a woman and say, you can't do that. I'm going to find out in the beginning if this is something that you into, because if so, you're not for me, because as fine as you are, as pretty as you are, we're not compatible.
And that's called duty before booty.
Come on now.
Yeah. So
Ding, ding, ding.
I heard Flowers say, when I asked that question, she said all that other stuff, but she didn't say, no.
She laughed and clapped is what she did.
Yeah.
We're looking at nonverbal. She laughed and clapped.
I'm gonna give her roses. Now. She probably already had one. That's probably why she don't mind going by herself. I'm gonna give you roses right here. One flower.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, let me thank our viewers out there for watching. Hey, we appreciate y'all watching Wizzo Talk. If you'd like to be a guest on Wizzo Talk, hey, by all means, hit me up in the description. Beautiful soul. Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, she's back in the bathroom. She
we trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So
Lord,
comment, share.
I bet she's trying to hit one of them what you call it?
She got
mistress outfits with the cat of nine tails. Yeah, I bet that's what she's doing.
Exactly. They look so, like Pia was saying.
She trying to sip out some flowers and stuff like that. Look at you all bright and litty.
Hey, like Pia was saying
in that shower right now.
Before we let her get what she's got to say, like people
is the art guy watching? Is that what happened? The art guy watching right now?
He texted her. He's seen her live.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, look at her doing her hair for the art guy.
Work.
If you grab your
Yeah,
ankles, we
that's
gonna block you. If you grab your ankles, we gonna block you. Oh shit! Oh shit!
She did what out there in the car, got her a quickie or something out there, and
Yeah.
sitting in the car, all sweaty, smelling like pussy.
Hey, he's 6 texts in trying to get her over there.
So let me say this, guy. Like PM was saying a while ago, yeah, I'm trying to go and hit that 1,000 subscribers. So hey, by all means, if you watch it right now, click that link, subscribe to Wizzo Talk. I appreciate it wholeheartedly. You know, I appreciate that because I remember when I had one, and we've been growing thanking to these guys and everybody comments, and thanks to you viewers out there watching. So I appreciate y'all. Keep that short right there so we can hear what Beautiful Soul. I'm glad she ran back in here because we was getting ready to get it over with. So I hope you took a towel and washed everything up before you come up in there, or baby wipes or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. So come on with it while you smiling up there like you just got a good look. Pokey, what you doing, Pokey?
Yeah, poking cheese and like a fucking cat too.
Okay, Beautiful Soul, you back just in time for us to go on and get your what you gonna talk about, because I ain't trying to hold nobody, but I know some of us guys, shit, we'll go forever, shit.
Yeah,
We won't go forever in the bed, goddamn it, but we'll go forever on this box.
Speak for yourself. I got
goddamn.
Speak for you. Don't speak for me.
Oh, goddamn. Well, I ain't going that goddamn long. I'm going that 1.5 minutes of this. No.
Wizzo, you need to work on your cardio, sir.
Okay. You know, 4 times a week, okay? No 3 times a year.
He stopped posting them treadmill videos at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's what happened. He stopped going to the gym 5 every morning.
Boy, that treadmill, motherfucker. So let's see what Beautiful Soul. She twirling a ponytail and shit. Beautiful Soul, what you throwing out here for us?
So first of all, my babies are here, so they're out there playing video games and things. And the bathroom is where my closet is, where I'm doing my set and shit. So I had to go to then my laptop had died, so that's why I went to the phone. Went to the car, but my microphone wasn't working, so that's all that was happening. But
whatever. No, go ahead. I'm just playing.
Yeah,
What's your talking point for us?
All right, I'm just gonna tie everything up.
Oh, you like to be tied up? Okay. Damn.
Good answer.
Go ahead.
You trying to make me be naughty now. Anywho, what I want to say is, like, this husband or ex-husband to be soon, I'm not knocking him for being a bad man. He's not a bad man. He's a wonderful man, just not to me. He's a wonderful father to our children for the most part. And it's just me. I don't know what the fuck I did or didn't do, because I'm actually writing a poem called Tight Puss. I'm going to put it out one of these days here soon.
I know that ain't gonna be like what you thought after you said somebody been running up in that motherfucker. I know we ain't talking about no pussy, but go ahead.
But anywho, like, what I'm trying to say, he's a good man, shit like that. But he was not good to me. And after all these years and shit like that, I put up with the things, and not because I had nowhere else to go, but because, you know, I believe in God type stuff, and like, I believed, like, you know, whoever you marry, that's who you're supposed to be with, no matter what. So I went through all the stuff that I went through and stuck it with him, even though he almost had a baby with somebody else, taking off for work to go be with this and that chick, and all type of things. Now, I don't want to blame the military, but it's a big piece, because he was not doing all that stuff until he joined the military. But I'm not knocking nobody that was in the military. I'm just saying it didn't really start until. But anywho,
you know, it's a lot of veterans on here, so you trying to make sure you don't be shooting no fires out here. Cause I see Flowers' eyes rolling and poking, Arvin, Chocolate Buddha, and
I was just saying.
Okay,
so,
go ahead.
But hold on, what am I saying?
I don't know. Well, let me ask you this. I think PM had something, but let me ask you this, and then PM. I heard you talking about God and doing what you're supposed to do or whatever, but I mean, you know, you was cheating for 3 years. You know, so I guess that was after the fact. But my question that I just want to ask you, I mean, did he know you was cheating, or he didn't know that you had no idea that you was cheating?
He had an idea. Okay. And that's probably, I mean, no.
Okay, which one is it? I don't know.
Because all of our marriage, he stalked me. Like I would just go out with my homegirls, and he'll take off of work and go straight to where I was to go see if I was fucking with somebody. And every time I wasn't. And sometimes I'll be doing somebody's hair, and it ended up being a man. He'd come out the car, curse me and the man out, threatening us, telling us he could have shot us, stuff like that. It's a lot of little things. But I'm not trying to just put all these bad things on him, even though there was a lot. It was so bad to the fact that I was suicidal for some point, and I was very deeply depressed. But the art dude helped me in a lot of ways. He is very, how do I say, knowledgeable of things. And he went to my poetry events, and we cooked for each other, all type of stuff.
That's what they call it nowadays, cooking for each other. Okay.
Right.
That damn it.
I mean, we cooked that work too, if you want to.
So I hear you, and you smiling, you grinning, and everything. You said you love this guy and everything like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm waiting to see if you have a topic or something to throw out, or you just kind of express.
Well, I do. I just don't know. My bad. I don't know if you're trying to wrap it up type stuff because
We're gonna be here.
No,
Come
we
on.
ain't trying to wrap it up, but now I will tell you this. This is 2026, so you better wrap it up until you're sure that you need to unwrap that motherfucker. So I'm just saying, and now you may want to take it in the mouth if it ain't wrapped, but I'm just saying you just gotta watch it because it's Fort Hood and different areas around. You better wrap that shit up. And I will say this because I know you're gonna say that. Got your point. You know, when do you decide to unwrap? You know, you've been dating this guy, let's say 3 months, and it's been wrapped up, or 4 months it's been wrapped up. How does the conversation come up to say, okay, you can unwrap now? Because if a woman, in my opinion only, if a woman let a guy go in there raw, he gonna go in there raw. You know, if she let him, and she needs to be thinking about her own safety and her own personal well-being. But I'm gonna just ask this. No, I'm just putting this out there for later because this is your point to get to your topic. You know, when do you know? At what point do you unwrap? Do you have him do a STD test and bring it back, and y'all look at one another's test or whatever? When is it safe to unwrap? But that was just something that was coming off to the top of my head.
You just nasty.
Yeah.
It's all.
Nasty.
And we sit here and listen to it because you was just nasty. I was just gonna see how far you was
I'm gonna have to agree with P on this one.
You'll be
the first person to start saying dick, pussy, ass,
Exactly.
tossing.
What you had said?
Well, I
I
mean,
said
you
you
know,
didn't even know no better. You were just listening like he was getting to a point. Hey, you was getting nastier and
Talk about
nastier.
fucking. I want to
Just
hear.
throw
Tell me how
nasty in
you
the
fuck.
chat.
Tell me how you fuck right now. Do you want it from the back? Do you want the pussy sweat? Yeah.
Exactly.
Freakily.
You like the little bit, you like the bit,
Yeah.
middle.
okay. All righty. Yeah, I do get a little bit. Let's see what beautiful soul. What you got? Okay, so I just went on my little rant, and I do be a little bad sometimes. I'll be the first one to say Pope was right. So what you got?
Okay. Calculate. All right, so I do still got love for the art dude, but he had ghosted me, and that hurt. So I've been doing a lot of healing and things like that, but we still work together. So like I said before, when we passed the halls, it hurt, but it felt good at the same time. It hurt because he ghosted me, and it felt good because I still got feelings for him. But then again, it's like,
Put a pause right there just for a second. When you say it hurt, but it felt good, what are we talking about?
okay, yeah. Hey,
Question.
Oh, go ahead.
Please don't fall in his trap again.
It's the trick.
Rizzo can't help himself. He
All right.
can't help himself.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Just keep going.
Danger.
the ghosting part, the part where we was good, we was beautiful, wonderful, out of nowhere, nothing. Like, you know, he should have had the courage to be like, listen, you know, you still married, I don't feel comfortable being with you type shit, and let's just be cool type stuff. Nothing. I texted him and all that type stuff, and it was just nothing. The last thing he told me is like, you know, something like some grow and do you type stuff, and I'm gonna be busy. That's it. And then after that was that I was like, damn, what the fuck? So that's the part I'm talking about. It hurt because we did a lot together. We spent a lot of time together and grew together and stuff like that. So that's what hurts.
Okay.
What does healing
So
mean?
in other
I-
words, you're you know you're
I got
you're
the
having a hard time letting it go, but you're enjoying the company. So I'm gonna ask you a question. You said your husband didn't like when you was around, but he haunted you and searched for you when you were gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have another guy that you've been in a relationship with 3 years after 20 years, and you're just happy to see him walk down the halls of the hallway. So it looks like you are good at playing your position. And these are the words of Dr. Savant. He's a guy that studied a lot
Very
of great,
knowledgeable person.
very
Very
knowledgeable
knowledgeable.
person.
Yeah, very
And
I know I
knowledgeable.
I'm
respect
speaking
him.
in the words of Savant. So it seems like you're good at going with the flow, right? And you're good at playing your role. You know your position, and that's not a bad thing. And I'm glad that your feelings are not attached to playing this position.
It-
Now, my
I
question,
got you
only
next,
thing I would
Jason.
do to you, what is your end game?
I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like my end game with
Do
the
you
art.
continue to play the hallway sports with Mr. Lover Lover,
Uh,
or do you gonna follow through with the divorce with the husband? And
well,
like, what's
the
your
divorce,
end game?
I actually went and visited my lawyer because I'm tired of the running around, and I'm like, if y'all ain't gonna help me out with the divorce, I'm gonna go fend for myself or some shit because it's too long. I'm done. Like I'm done.
Mm.
With the art dude, he's done with me. So I'm trying. I've been
That
doing
shit blows my mind. I'm sorry.
What?
I've been trying to speak and PM just interrupted and started talking to you.
Yeah.
That shit blows my mind. Understand what I'm hearing. Understand what I'm hearing. Okay. At our big age, because again, we are big age people, right?
Big age.
I have fucked over so many women the way you talking about this art dude, and they still love me too. But I'm telling you, I fucked over them. I didn't want from them what they thought I wanted. I didn't never lie to them. They just assumed. Because if I was going to fuck around with you like that, and I'm going to give you the kind of commitment that you're looking for, which is why you stepped out of your marriage to be, it just happened to be with this guy that you say y'all had a lot of stuff in common, right? The chemistry was right. Okay.
Yeah.
If he wanted to give you commitment, he would have. He don't give a fuck about you like that. He didn't even respect you enough to be polite about ending y'all shit. You say he ghosted you, and you still let your heart smile when you walk past this motherfucker. And I'm saying this is why I come into the picture as the new guy with no strings, no problems, been doing me for 35, 45, 55 years. And then I meet you and you say, well, yeah, there was this one ex. All you got to do is talk to him or talk to me about him before I finish my beans or my green beans on my plate. And I already know all I want from you is sex. I don't want no commitment from you. You couldn't get it from him. Your husband wouldn't act right. I'm not going to act right either. If you're going to give me some, I'm going to take some. I'm going to drink a couple of your kids' Capri Suns before I leave, and then I'm out.
damn.
And
I'm not
that's,
bullshitting you. I'm telling you the
and
truth.
that's
When
how
I'm
you play your
listening to
position.
you, I'm telling you, when I'm listening to you, I'm like, I get it. It's an emotional thing, and I'm not minimizing what you experiencing emotionally, but I'm saying, like, it's so clear as day this person don't give a fuck about you, and it's like you still caught up on that. That's what's blowing my mind.
Okay. So
But you're a good
Too
team
late.
player.
I just want you.
You're
Before you
a good
start.
team player.
I hear what
it's
you're
too late.
saying. That's
Too
you.
late.
That's you, right?
Right.
I'm not a person to, how do I say it?
Say it.
Heal quickly, but I am healing. And I am over him, but not completely because of all the things we shared and all the things that I've wanted in a man he gave at that point. But now I've done my healing and I'm still healing. I'm still healing right now. But a lot of the things that I've done, like art type shit, I can't really do yet because I did with him. Like my poetry. I
did
still
that.
write poetry.
I dig that, but I'm gonna make a couple of assumptions, right? And they may be wrong. I don't even want you to correct them because it's all hypothetical. I'm just using your story for this example. Let's assume that you don't ever speak to this guy. Let's assume he now works on the 3rd floor. You now work on the 1st floor. Y'all have a bathroom on each floor, so that's never going to cross paths. Let's say that you get to work at 8 a.m. and leave at 4, and he comes in at 10 and leaves at 6, so y'all don't have the same lunchtime to run into each other. He uses the elevator, and you always use the stairs because you health conscious. I'm telling you, and then you run into me, totally unattached and available. If I hear just the way you feel about him, I know you're not over him and I don't want to deal with you. So I'm not saying that how you feel is how you feel. I'm telling you how it sounds to an unbiased ear that has no dog in the fight either way. I mean, some of the men can correct me if I'm wrong on here because I'm speaking for me.
I can accidentally turn into an art buff.
Exactly.
And now I'm doing art with you. And next thing you know, I'm your art baby.
See what I'm saying? You getting painted and swung from
I'm gonna
the
listen
ceiling.
to you. I'm gonna listen to you. And you're gonna tell me everything I need to know to become your art baby.
Let me hear from Flowers or Phil or Chocolate Buddha or
I wasn't finished, but y'all go ahead.
No, you can go.
Beautiful soul, and I can tell you really do have a beautiful soul, and I can't wait to actually check out your work.
Vibrant.
Seriously, you're very expressive, and that's why we can catch how you really feel about this dude.
Every first Thursday at the Zodiac.
Okay.
Every first Thursday at the Zodiac, 7 p.m.
Flowers ain't in.
Do they live stream it?
No.
What city is this in?
Temple. No, sorry. Killeen, Texas.
Oh, in Killeen. Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, do you have anything online on your socials?
No, like I was saying, I don't want to post any of my poems until I copyright because I'm particular with my stuff because I've worked hard for my shit, and I don't want nobody else copying my shit and make it their own type stuff. So I want to have my shit copywritten before I put it out. I actually want to write a book as well in due time.
I'd read it, honey. I would read it.
Damn, this is how she said that. I read it, honey.
Your live meeting.
Reading is fundamental.
It is fundamental, right? But
I think
I wanted to say, beautiful soul, that my goodness, as a woman, I was like, how what's
going on?
Okay, anywho.
Talk to me, baby.
How we're so emotional, we get just so into things, and we just have such hopefulness, like we just have hope. And I think that's like what you were stuck on, sis. Like you're so stuck on this hopefulness, and I think that a lot of times it'll keep us spiraling downward. And I know you're like, I'm healing, but honestly, I don't think you've actually looked in the mirror and really faced your real feelings and emotions and the consequences of the choices that you made when you were vulnerable. You're going through something with someone you already love, and then somebody and guys are good at this. They know, I promise you they do. They know when we're in that state, and they know what it is. You tell, he's going to support you to get what he wants. What you mean? That's the easy part. And so, what the easier part should be for you is recognize that he's not that. Whatever he projected to you, it was just for that moment, and it's okay. It's okay, right? Like that's the only way we're gonna learn is when we make those types of mistakes. But darling, no, I mean to really heal, quit smiling talking about him. But anyway, let's go.
Okay.
No, and I try to smile through my pain as well, because he doesn't know, but he's gonna find out right now. I had 2 miscarriages from him, but he told me he was snipped, and then he got some other chick pregnant, and that really fucked me all the way up.
Well, he was dealing with someone else too. Well, of course, I mean.
And he told me it was his cousin or whatever the fuck, but like I don't even care because I was so fucking sprung off of him because he gave me all the things I was wanting from the husband when he wasn't giving me shit. But I'm trying to live life now.
Bless your heart.
So he pulled the snip and snip on you. That's a cold move. That's a cold move.
Yeah, he's so
And he told you
bad.
his girl was his cousin.
If I was there right now, I'd give you a hug, beautiful soul. Give me an air hug. Come on, give me one.
Hey,
Thank
yeah,
you, Nicole.
That's
It's
right.
let me
okay.
hear from.
I'd give your ass a shot. Is what I'd give you. Shit. That's what I would give you. You need a damn drink. Like a mother's hell, you finna make me go pour up another damn drink. Look here. Like I'm sorry, I was trying to wait to go last, but look, this is some bullshit. And somebody needs to tell you, look, I don't know you, but let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you the truth, nigga. I ain't telling you to quit your job, but that's probably gonna be the best goddamn step for you to seek other employment. That motherfucker got you Twitter pated, and you are not inside of yourself right now. He has you Twitter pated, and you are not inside of yourself right now. Exit stage left even immediately.
I'm actually considering getting another job.
Not
But
consider. Indeed.
I like
It's a
working
website.
at the
Just in case you don't know
hospital.
about
That's
it, you need to
something
get on
that I
that
enjoy.
right now.
My career that I want to work in a hospital because I love working with the patients, share my smile, pray for them, whatever I need to do to make them feel comfortable. So I want to move out of, but then again, it's like I'm letting this man take me out of my zone where I'm comfortable, then I'm at peace when I'm not at home type stuff.
You need
But
to be
like,
uncomfortable.
I got you, Jason, but I really got to hear and see if Phil or Chocolate Buddha on anything. I've been trying to get over that way to him, but they hadn't. I didn't see if they had anything to comment. Phil, you want to see if you got something? If not, I'll see Chocolate Buddha and then go back to Jason.
I think the other friends have said a lot of what I was thinking. Beautiful soul, you are a beautiful soul. My thing is that I can understand. I understood how you felt right up until the moment you said you had 2 miscarriages with him and then he got someone else pregnant. That would have been a full stop for me. There would be no giddiness after that because you showed me how you felt. You're ghosting me. You're having sex with somebody else. And so even though you are still emotionally tied to him, as the phrase goes, believe them when they show you who they are. He and I believe it's Jason. He said this guy doesn't care about you. He's moved on. You're still stuck on him. And my request for you is that one, you know your worth. Okay, you've learned that with your husband. Now learn that with this guy. Know your worth and treat yourself well by emotionally moving on. Tell yourself every day, he no longer cares about me. I have to move on. He no longer cares about me. I have to move on. Because the more you lean into what you had with him, the harder it is for you to let go. So I completely understand where you're coming from. You're smitten with him and you're still trying to hold on to the good feeling, but it's gone. It's gone. He has shown you who he is. And I'm sorry that you lost those 2 babies, but it was probably a blessing in disguise that you have an eternal tie to this man, because while he's with you, he's also physical with someone else. And like Wizzo alluded to earlier, he's not wrapping it up. So he's possibly exposing you to whatever that other person can have. So my prayer, okay, I understand that, but getting checked just leads to finding out if you have something. So my goal for you, my prayer for you is that you know your worth, grow within yourself, concentrate on your kids and your art, and let him go. Avoid him at all costs. If he's choosing not to speak to you, take that as a sign that you don't need to speak to him. Don't be revisiting text messages. Don't be re-looking at videos. Delete all of that stuff. because he no longer cares about you. I can understand the appeal, but you need to move on so that you can grow and be happy within yourself, because really you're not as healed as you think you are. Someone was talking about, how do you know when you're healed? When you're not thinking about that person anymore, when they're not even a blip on your radar anymore, that's when you're healed. But as long as you're even holding on to him a little bit, it's gonna eat at you, and you're always gonna be hoping, but maybe he might text me, maybe he might call, maybe he might say hi to me. Don't do that to yourself. Know your worth, love. Please. Just move on. And if you have to change jobs to do it, it's going to take you getting out of your comfort zone and growing to your other passion of being a healthcare worker. Sometimes we have, in order to grow, we have to move out of what we're used to. That's really what growth is. So if you have other ambitions and it can take you out of this situation, I pray that you find the strength to do it. I hope you find an opportunity and God opens that up for you, because you deserve so much more. You're already going through one loss. Let this other side quest go. Concentrate on your kids and your art. You're worth it. You're worth your own growth. Take care of yourself. Okay?
And
So-
I have been growing. Oh, was it?
Yeah, I was fixing this. Go ahead.
And I have been growing from this divorce, from him as well. And I've been finding closure, but in certain areas, I
Still
feel
wanna
like I
fuck.
can't. Because I said, y'all over here laughing. I have somebody else right now. Let's get that.
God damn it.
No, beautiful,
God
stop.
damn it.
Don't do that.
Damn.
But listen. It's not because the same to get over one person, you get under another. It's nothing like that at all. Like I said, I've grown a lot. Like from January, I've got my own apartment, I got my own vehicle, and I have my job and shit like that. And I'm fending for me. So I'm doing good. Now I do my poetry. That's one thing that I do. But as far as creating my art and shit like taking pictures, to me, I can't do it quite yet, because I don't know, in my mind, every time I start to do stuff, I think about him. Even though he's hurt me, that's something we shared together. But besides all that, the person that I'm with now is new. We just talking right now, and he ain't trying to do no type of sexual shit till I get divorced, which is understandable, but it's kind of hurting a little bit. But
Yeah, because we know you like to fuck, because you told us that.
period. But the way he treat me and the way we do things and pray together, dance and smoke together, do everything together, he's treating me the way I've been wanting to be treated. From aside from the art dude and my husband,
Right.
he sees me like I want to lose weight because I'm thick, but like I'm a big girl. And he don't care about all that type shit. He don't care that I have 4 kids.
Lose weight, you're gonna leave his ass too.
But do you see you? I understand.
If I have the man that wants me, all of me,
I got you, Chocolate Buddha.
all
We
of
got it.
him,
Yeah.
it won't be nothing else. If he gives me the dick anytime I want, and I give him the pussy anytime he want, we good. We can
Okay.
add toys to join in or whatever the fuck.
Let me
If we satisfy each other, it won't be no need for nobody else.
Right.
Now we can watch that together because I like booty myself. But like things to do to enjoy each other. If we doing that for each other, what the fuck we need anybody else for? Why is there cheating if we pleasing each other? You want me to wear a blonde fucking wig? You want me to be Becky tonight? Nigga, I'll be Becky tonight. Whatever the fuck you want, I got you. And vice versa. So if we doing for each other like that, it should be no need for the outside shit.
Okay. So let me I need to go to Chocolate Buddha, and then I got hit up Jason Poke PM. But doing all this, I mean, if you're married and this guy is y'all fucking, he doesn't give a shit about you really, because you married. I mean, you going home to this guy, whatever. So you the side piece, and he just running some dick in you. He has no feelings for you, and you say you had 2 miscarriages by this guy. So then, I mean, that's like, why would you do that? And you married? But that's just some stuff that was rolling around in my head. I had a point, but I got to go to Chocolate Booty because I ain't got to go to him. But that's just something that come on my mind. You married and you sleeping with this guy, and that's
My husband wasn't giving me no dick.
I understand that, but you still married.
He wasn't giving me no attention, no nothing.
Right.
I was a ghost. I was a piece
So
of
how does this guy know that you're not gonna go fuck somebody else while you with him? But that's neither here nor there. But I need to go to Chocolate Booty right quick, and then Jason.
Let's go, Buddha. Let's get it.
All right. Here's my 2 cents or 3/4 on this. First of all, beautiful soul, have you ever heard of poor man's copyright? Because I heard you talk about copyright a couple of times.
No, and I want to get into stuff like that because I really want to write this poems and stuff like that.
You can go for the loan copyright later, but all the poems that you have right now, all you have to do is simply put them in an envelope, address it to yourself, mail it to yourself, and never open that envelope. The postmaster's date time stamp on there serves as a copyright. As long as you don't open it, it could be admissible in court. So everything you have, your music, you can record that, put it in an envelope, mail it to yourself as long as you don't open it. Poor man's copyright. So that's taken care of. Put your stuff in there until you're ready to actually spend the money to get one. That'll be done. So you don't have to worry about copyright. I wanted to get that out the way because I consider myself a serial entrepreneur, and that's something that I love to do. That's my art, doing business. Second of all,
Chocolate Booty, hold up. Before you go to your second one, Chocolate Booty told me about that a long time ago on another episode, and I still have those envelopes set. I still have that set right here and never has opened them to this day right now, even though I went on and got the trademark and all that stuff. But I still have those because he told me about that later. But go ahead, Chocolate Booty.
Yeah, it's admissible in court. The second thing I want to say is that, and I'm gonna need Jason correct me if I'm wrong. The hard topic that Jason was telling you about these guys, especially Mr. Art Guy, telling you all these good things to use you, is 100% true. I know you feel like you got a bond with you, but all he got was a good nut off of that. That's why it was easy for him to discard you and send you on your way. And I know that this other guy is not doing anything but praying with you and liking all the stuff that you want. But as a guy that was with a woman that was with a guy that did all these praying shits with him too, he's running game on you. And I'm sharing that with you because I'm looking at you as a wonderful person like my wife is, that got played the same way. And she really thought the grass was greener on the other side until he got what he wanted, Jesus and all, and was gone. And she was looking like a fool. So I'm not telling you that to say that you're looking like a fool. Big Pope's gone, but I was going to ask him to look at the word delusional because that man, he knows definition. But I think people are trying to play you because you are a beautiful soul. And I think everybody on the panel is kind of hinted to the fact that you deserve better. And again, I'm going to ask Jason to correct me if I'm wrong. The reason why he's giving you the hard truth is that the underlying statement he was trying to say is that you deserve better. And you don't need somebody. You don't need this other guy to share sex so y'all don't have to worry about it. What you need is a toy like going to dame.com. I highly recommend it. They got good stuff.
Say plug your shit.
Yeah, they got some.
It ain't nothing like the real thing.
But what I'm saying, the real thing comes with deception and game. And I like to be honest as possible and believe that you can find somebody. But when you're at this point, and I think Miss Two Flowers said it before, guys pick up on it. That's why pimps are good at what they do. They see it in you. They say the right things to get you in there. And once you in it, you don't even know you're in it until you get out of it and you try to figure out, what did I do to put myself in a situation? The sad part is you never put yourself in a situation. They created this allure for you to fall into. So I know it sounds bad not to get some real flesh, veiny dick, but it's probably better for you to get that plastic PVC cleanable one for a while to love yourself and then find somebody. Then try to find somebody and hope they're not going to do the the wrong thing. The next thing I want to say, and it's the last thing, because I'm Chocolate Buddha, and I like to try to keep the balance right. Motherfuck them dudes. It's about you. Take care of you. Take care of your kids. Motherfuck them motherfuckers. And now I'm gonna yield my mic.
Before Jason go, let me just thank all of our viewers out there one more time. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching Wizzo Talk. You never know what you're gonna get over here. You never know what topic is gonna come up. So hey, by all means, y'all check us out and subscribe to Wizzo Talk. I appreciate the link is in the description or strolling across the bottom of the screen. Just make sure you hit that notification bell. And I know Jason been taking some notes, so this shit about to get serious. And then we got Pokey, and then we got PM. Jason, come on with it.
No, I'm not going to go crazy. I wanted to point out, and I do want to reiterate what Buddha was saying. The reason that I gave it to you like that is because I'm trying to be real with you. So the difference is, and I'm not going to speak for everybody. I'm going to speak for myself. I look at you on the surface and what I know about you on the surface, and I see a particular value as a woman. What I'm saying is, and what I see is, you have made that I care about, but you have made decisions in the past, and you are making decisions right now that make me, as the outside party, say, nah, I'm watching the value plummet. Think about it like when a person goes, I know I've been, because I've been down. I don't never hide the fact that I've been down before, right? Multiple times. I'm up now, thank God, but I've been down. So I've been at the pawn shop, and I said, you know what? This item, it's 6 months old. It's brand new. Let's say, let's talk about, I don't know. We can talk about anything. Let's talk about a handgun, right? Let's say it's 6 months old. It's brand new. And I paid $1,000 for it. And I want the pawn shop to give me money. The pawn shop looks at it on the surface and says, okay, we'll give you $800 because we want to make a little bit off of it. We see the value, right? Then they're going to start digging and asking me more questions, and I'm going to start talking more, and I'm going to say, well, yeah, I took it to a pistol class, and I ran about 100,000. I ran about 1,000 rounds through it to get it right. And they're going to say, hold on, you put 1,000 rounds through this barrel? Most of these barrels only stand up for 500 rounds. So it need a new barrel now. So I tell you what, now just me listening and paying attention to what you got going on, I'll give you $200 for that gun. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying anything negative about you. I'm saying on the surface, it goes, bam, look at this value on this lady. But then you start telling me about these decisions you've made and are making. And like I say, a lot of women disagree with me, but it matters to men. We care. Most men care about a woman's past the way that most women care about a man's present and future. Because most women don't care about, okay, you did some fuck shit. Like I said, I play with women the way you being played with. That don't matter as long as I don't do that no more. You see what I'm saying? The women I got now say, okay, you're going to treat me this way from here on out. And I do. So we don't have that issue versus a man is going to look at most men are going to look at any woman's background and go, look at these decisions, look at these choices. If you move, like somebody else said, if you move that way, then because somebody, I don't remember, I think it might have been PM, but somebody was saying, because when you were married, you had this situation, the whole thing you played out for us. I don't need to rehash that because I'm not beating you up for what you told us to share with us. I'm grateful that you did. But that's why I was giving it to you that way. I don't want to come off as too aggressive, but that's why, because I'm watching in my own personal opinion. And again, I'm not saying anything bad about you to make you feel bad, but it was like, why is now I'm rethinking my decision. You see what I'm saying? As a man, I would be rethinking my decision because, that kind of stuff matters to us. It doesn't have to matter to you. It's a lot of women that say, I'm going to do my thing and I'll find somebody that like it. And I say, great. And I hope that works out for them. But I know I sit around in locker rooms and cigar bars and barns and everywhere else talking to other men. And this type of things matter to us.
All right. Pope. Oh, okay. Oh, go ahead. I want to make sure you say something. Go ahead.
I don't know what everybody else heard, but when I said when I'm with the new guy, we not fucking right now.
No, I heard you say you didn't. We
heard that.
He doesn't want to do nothing until I'm divorced.
We heard that. I don't believe that.
We heard that.
Well, I am playing with my toys and shit because, like I said,
What you just said.
But what I'm saying, I get. Hold on, see, look, you finna get him distracted. Please don't say that no more. Listen, what I'm saying is, and I didn't go into that portion. But I did make note that you said that.
Yeah,
I challenge any of the men on the panel to disagree with me when I say he fucking with you too. That praying with you shit and all that shit y'all got going on, he playing with you and he come out smelling like a rose because I don't want to touch you till it's final. When you show this man some paperwork, he gonna knock you down for as long as he feel comfortable, then he out of there too. Because of respect, the real respectful dude, if it was genuine, he would tell you, I want you to please keep my contact in your phone. Make sure that you keep up with me. When your shit is final, please come look for me. Because I really think you are the type of woman I want to be with. So when you get free, please come see me because I'm offering you more than just one night stand or hanging out or kicking it, smoking, whatever. I'm offering you for real commitment. And so because I think I want to offer you that, please look me up if I'm going to be really chivalrous about it.
Because
the best players use prayer. I'm just
hell yeah.
And
prayer is the easiest one to get in it.
I go to church. Let me tell you something. It's like 2% good dudes in the church. I don't care who on the panel, the dudes go to church. I'm telling you, it's like 2% good dudes in the church. You got a bunch of married men, a bunch of old men that used to be hoes, but now they done settled down and they deacons now. And then you got them gay dudes that don't nobody want to talk about. And then you got like two good dudes that's showing up. And I'm being real. I know a couple of them good dudes and they running through half the church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, me with all that, I'm gonna pray with you and all that.
We go hear what Pokey PM and then Flowers got because I've been seeing Flowers doing a little thing over there and shit and all that over there in the back, you know. But Poke, I see you got your thinking cap on and everything. So what you got?
Man, I'll be John Brown. I'm gonna start putting names by notes because shit, I got half a page and like this is something shit. I ain't never had to do this before. But yeah, I'm gonna start putting names by notes. One thing though, for sure, Phil did something when Buddha, you said we were talking about on Facebook like that we haven't brought to here. Phil did something that made me think about that. Offering condolences. I don't know if you remember when we was talking about that, but that Phil did do that. And it made me was like, yeah, that is something. When we hear some terrible shit, we do need to make sure because as men, it's like, yeah, man, the fuck up. You know, when we hear terrible shit, like, oh yeah, too bad, so sad, move the fuck on. But yeah, when it comes to this, that is one thing. Condolences, because I have no idea what a miscarriage is, but what I feel like is a terrible thing. And I did not offer condolences to that, although I don't think I got to speak in between that. But yeah. I too want to just point that out. Like that, I don't know what it is, but I have an understanding that it's a terrible thing. So I do want to offer my condolences, and that's one of those things me and Buddha was actually just mentioned earlier about conversations we're having on Facebook that we haven't brought here. That's first and foremost. Now. I'm finna dig in your ass though.
Pause.
Yeah. No pause. No pause. Straight RuPaul. Hey, straight, no pause. Dig in the ass. I'm a warrior, nigga. Do you hear me? Okay. All right. I like
Jim Kelly ready. Jim Kelly ready.
I'm just saying. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Okay. Yeah. So Jason has said it. He said it loud and clear, and I tried to say it too. But I want to reiterate to you, nigga, stop. Full on, stop. You need to let it go. Like what's the damn children's song? I have to use to listen to that shit all the time. Let it go. Let it go. What's the children thing? Yeah,
Frozen,
you need to
Frozen.
let it go.
Yeah,
Frozen.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you need to let it go. It looks like another love TKO. You need to let it go for real. I'm not gonna get into the self-worth thing because I have a different opinion about that. But what I know is that you are outside of yourself right now. and this is just from this conversation, I know that you need to stop, full on stop. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Full on stop. Cease and
Explain what
desist.
you mean by stop.
And there shouldn't be not another nigga in your life until you have fully on been divorced and a 6 month bare minimum. Nobody. Bare minimum 6 months. Nobody. Not a text message, not a DM, not a smoke signal, not a pigeon, not a carrier pigeon, not a TT Tata. Bare minimum.
Boys only.
And honestly, let me say this: if you really want to get some discipline about yourself, you would avoid that in and of itself. If you really want to get some discipline about you, and that's me, and I know that's deep, but I'm saying if you sincerely want to get some discipline about you, 6 months, nothing but it. As a matter of fact, if you really want to get some discipline about yourself, for the next 6 months, you should be working on that new job, getting outside of the poor man's copyright. Your goal should be trying to get the legal copyright done full in head and registered. Your LLC or S Corp, whichever one of those is, that should be the damn things you should be concentrating on right now. There should not be another male outside of the ones that came out of you that you have any attention for at least 6 months, and that's after the divorce. And you full on stop right now. Divorce, lawyer, money to get whatever it is that you need to do. If your sons love you and you tell them, hey, I need some extra money, I guarantee they're gonna get their ass out there and start mowing some lawns to help your ass. That's what you need to concentrate on. You need to let it go. You have to be more disciplined. You have to. Otherwise, you are going to find yourself ruined. And again, I am not trying to come down on you. I am telling you this because I want to see you be better. And that's why I'm saying it like that. Now, and as a matter of fact, everybody who's telling you about toys, I'm a nigga the Pepsi challenge on this. The real motherfucker outdo the Pepsi challenge on this. A real nigga outdo any damn toy outside of the industrial strength ones. Outside the industrial strength ones, a real man will put it down for you better than any toy ever could. Fuck a rose, fuck a dildo, whatever we talking about. Outside of one of them damn crank it up like it's on a damn snowblower type shit. Yeah, real nigga finna fuck you up. It's just like you need to, but you need to concentrate and clear your spirit first. Yeah. You really do. Mm-hmm. And now that because I know Buddha said this when we was talking about marriage. If the rules are not from the originator of marriage, I don't think anybody should be talking about marriage. That's I'm gonna say that as a personal opinion. I know that is. But if the rules are not from the originator of marriage, I don't think you should have marriage on the table. You want to cohabitate, you want a situationship, hey, handle your business. But do not bring the Most High into it in any way, shape, form, or fashion if you're not following the rules of the originator. And the rules of the originator say two become one. And if that ain't your goal, then you take marriage off the table. Again, cohabitate. Do your situationship. Do what you please. Fine, but don't disrespect what marriage actually is. And I'll give you another reason I'm saying that is because I deal with senior citizens every day, and when I say every day, Monday through Friday, from 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., I am talking to somebody who is our seniors, as seasoned as we are. I am talking to somebody who is our seniors. And you know what? The difference is that I've learned, I don't say I've been doing it for about 16 years, for about 16 strong years, is that the senior citizens who are by themselves, they are not happy. They are not happy by themselves. They're not happy with themselves. And it's just, Anecdotal, sure, but I got 16 years on it, and I promise you, I can give you more stories about the folks who came before us about how they live. I guarantee you, I can. And if you feel like you have the strength, you won't once you're 72. You won't. You want that person that will dedicate themselves to being with you. And that's both ways. Let me make that clear. That's both ways. It ain't just women or the men. It is both ways, because that is what two becoming one means. And I want us, especially us, because that's who I focus on. I'm not concerned about the palm colored folks, to be honest when it comes to marriage. If you want, and one is one. That's how it's 1 and 1 is supposed to be one. It ain't I'm kicking it over here, you kicking it over there, and we'll connect on Tuesdays or some shit like that. Again, that's what you want to do, fine. But keep marriage off the table. That and it's okay to say I'm not good enough to be married. It is okay to say that I'm not good enough to be married. I'm not good enough to commit myself like that. Be honest with yourself, but just know that if you go into the covenant, if you go into the covenant, you are saying that I am conjoining myself. And
I got you. As soon as he finished, Jason, I got you.
Just from the Most High.
And then PM.
Anybody else? Like, I get it. You do your cohabitation thing, do your situationship thing, but even if you take out the legal part of it, those vows, I promise you, read the vows from what it comes from. You are saying that I am finna become one. My one is finna make a greater one. That's it. That's what I want to focus on. I'm gonna chill out on that. Whoever's next up.
Yeah, I'm gonna Jason. PM. Let me let Jason, because he had a quick comment, and then I got you next. Go ahead, Jason.
I got a quick comment for Pope.
Yeah.
I understand that you're talking about. See, what I don't like is when people blend biblically what marriage is, what relationships are supposed to be, with westernized, colonized, white versions of what marriage is supposed to be and what relationships and commitment are supposed to be. Because you have a bunch of people, and I'm not saying that you're doing this, but you have a lot of people who come from the Bible and say, oh, it's supposed to be one man, one woman, and that's it. But I can go in the Bible and show you books and books and books and books and pages of God accepting, and Jesus even accepting the fact that several men in the Bible had 800 or something. You know what I mean? They had these crazy amount of wives and concubines. So it's kind of a double message.
Wait, hold on, Jason.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. And let's just focus on that. Show me which one of those men didn't end up killed by one of those women. Whichever one you want to talk about. Show me which one of those men.
Hold on.
I gotta let him finish it. I gotta get to PM, because PM gonna get ready to go.
Yes,
so
any of the men in the Bible that you're talking about.
Hold on.
Which one of them was ruined.
I gotta let Jason finish, because PM got to get ready to go next, so he can get ready, because he got to get ready to go too.
For sure.
That question you asking in response to my question is not valid. You've moved the goalpost, my man. I asked you a very simple question, and now we can deal with that separately, because that's a whole different conversation, and I'm with you. But my question was only about where do you feel on my take that those two things are getting intermingled and commingled when they shouldn't be.
I think it's a lack of knowledge. Like, what you're saying is true, that there are men, great men of renown, listed in the Bible that have had multiple wives. But when you compare them to them, and because we're using the Bible now, when you compare them to the men that only had one wife, like Job, for instance.
Okay. Let's put a pause right there. Let's put a pause right there for a second, guys.
Are completely different.
Let me put a pause right there.
Yeah.
I gotta get PM, because like I say, he's getting ready to jet. I got to make sure he get his in because he asked
He ain't
me
got
a
shit
while
to
back.
do. He just
So-
sit
I'm
back.
just gonna
Sit
start
back.
talking
Yeah,
about
Shit.
sex anyway.
And I got to get PM, but I got to get Flowers. But PM, so go ahead.
I want to say, to a beautiful soul, close your accounts, man. You got a husband, marriage, make sure that's done. Like
Oh
Tim was
yeah, come
saying,
on.
make sure it's all done, deal, finished. Especially with dealing with the second situation. You might want to get some time because right now everything's gonna seem good to you because of the lack of what you're receiving. So I would definitely just find yourself, like just chill for a little minute, for real. You know what I mean? And then get back to what you naturally doing, your paintings and stuff like that. Two Flowers, it was cool meeting you. You're real cool people, man. It's very rare that we had a female riding the line of the men all the way down through the podcast. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
She was doing it. Appreciate you for coming on. I catch me on the PM podcast. Also you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, and things like that, Falam McKnight, et cetera, et cetera. But check this out. Wizzo, share this. He needs maybe a few more followers to hit 1K, man. Be trying to get in there real quick. So if you know somebody, share it on your Facebook page and Instagrams, the reels and everything like that, man. We're trying to get in 1K. That'll be a successful story for us all. And a lot of work and time that we've all been putting in on this. And
Yeah, no doubt.
everybody have a great weekend. Be safe out there, man. And
Hold up, PM. PM, before you go, just to touch on something real quick, because I'll be slow. I be needing some clarification on shit. You said she need to close her accounts. Are you saying she need to close her legs?
No,
yeah, see, I know if I keep on letting you go with this, where you gonna
Y'all
go
know he
with
was
this.
gonna do that, man. Y'all knew he was gonna do that shit.
It does run into what you're saying. Close your accounts, all of them. Keep them closed. Look for another banking system to work with, and then open it up with a whole nother.
I already have.
Okay,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, my brother, I sure appreciate you, man. You know I do, man.
Send me my hat,
nothing but
P.
love for you. So let's
P.
hear what Flowers got right quick, guys. And then we can move it
All right,
around. I know Jason and Pokey was saying something, but let me see what Flowers got on anything that's being said.
Yeah, I just want to say this, as women, man, we have it, we have it some way of difficulty here. I feel like if we would listen more to what our guys tell us, because it's hard for us to do sometimes, right? We're in a society where it's pro women, and being pro women is being against men for some reason, which I don't understand that. Like two can exist at the same time. We can be pro ourselves and also be pro man, because don't we want that? Because we want a good man, yet but in here. But in saying that, listen to what these fellas. You saw me point to my ears right when they were talking. Listen to what they're saying. They're not lying to you. I promise you. And a lot of times, when we're wrapped up in our emotions and we're just going through the things and we thinking we getting satisfied right here and there, and even with the toys, sometimes you got to take that lustful energy away.
Yeah.
It's powerful. It really is, and it will really distort your reality. So if you push that away and focus on productive things, women a lot of times when they interact with me, they're like, gosh, Two Flowers, how can you get this done and that done and that done? I promise you I'm not worried about pleasing a man sexually or myself. I'm concentrating on real stuff to get somewhere. So, don't get so, wrapped up into, okay, the next guy and the next guy. Of course, no problem. You want to be, with someone. We all do. But there are moments when we really should just be to ourselves, concentrate on ourselves, love on ourselves, big time, in a big
Go
way.
ahead.
And I will say this, that when you go to the pawn shop and they say that gun only needs to go shoot out.
Don't mock my hypotheticals, man. I get them wherever I can get them.
I'm not gonna even go there. Okay, let's see what Poke got. And y'all, we're gonna be a few more minutes and we're gonna get up out of here. Poke, okay, you and Jason was,
well, I kind of summed it up, but basically, like, I understand what Jason is saying, but the thing about it is that when and I am not mixing up Western culture with it.
Well, I didn't
I'm not
accuse
gonna
you.
say I'm a full on.
I didn't accuse you. I just was asking your take on my opinion of that happens often.
For sure, and those are what I call cafeteria Christians. Right, and I'm anti-cafeteria Christian. Me and you, and probably 6 months ago, when you had to make it clear to me that you were a deist. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah,
Classical
you had to make it
deist.
clear to me. Yeah,
Classical deist.
Yeah, you had to make and me and Buddha ain't got into it yet, but I feel like he's an atheist.
Hold on,
Like,
don't let me be paint without brush. I'm a classical deist. That's where I land today, but I'll have a degree from a seminary.
Yeah.
When I was a practicing Christian, I was an assistant pastor in Fort Worth for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I moved away from that. So I'm not saying that that's all I am. That's where I'm at now in my life. I don't plan on going anywhere else, but I come from the Christian stock, and to the point that I was an assistant pastor myself.
I feel you that, as a matter of fact, because most people don't even know what a deist is. When you said it kind of summed it up for me, because you had to have some kind of journey to get there. Like, period. Just to get to being a deist, you have to have some kind of journey to get there. So I'm totally with that. And Buddha, you done we ain't got into it yet, but sometimes you make me feel like you want to paint some atheist shit.
We're gonna definitely get on it because I'm on my own path. It's zigzag. We definitely gonna have a conversation because we zigzag.
We ain't got to get into it right now, but
it's gonna be fun.
That is on my burner. I got.
It's gonna be fun. We gonna zigzag, but we're gonna be fun.
That's simmering for you, but.
I promise.
When it comes to marriage, and I'm talking about from the laws of the covenant, I cannot make that any clearer. If any of that is unclear to you, you probably just want to look it up. But when we're talking about from the laws of the covenant, it is 1 and 1 still becomes 1, just a much greater 1. That's really and truly what I'm trying to say. 1 and 1 becomes the sum of the parts is greater than the whole in a math term. That's what it's supposed to be. But both parties do need to have the Most High as their lead, and you need to be studied. Again, Jason made me talk about it. Cafeteria Christians. Nasty. I hate you. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My fault. I didn't mean to say it like that. But cafeteria Christians is one of the reasons Jason is saying what he's saying, that we can mix up with what's considered Western or palm-colored teachings to us that have ruined our community. Let me make that clear, our community, because we are the ones out of all ethnic groups, we are the ones with the lowest marriage rate. And it's because we have metastasized everybody else's teachings, but not the ones that are meant directly for us.
But see, that's that double talk shit, Pope. Because this is what I'm saying, bro. Hold on. I'm sorry, but I gotta finish. We gotta finish. Go ahead. What I'm saying is that last statement you made, I was rolling with you, but the last statement you made, we come from a place in the western side of the continent of Africa, multiple countries, where it was normal in our culture and in our history to this day that we're pastoral and we're warring people. So men come up dead, okay? When the men come up dead from 2 huts down, the man that did get to come home goes and gets that woman and all them kids and puts them under that hut, and he takes care of them, and that's his new wife now. Now he got 2. We come from, that's culturally, that's us, whether you agree with why it was happening or not, that's our history. So we come from that more than we come from one man, one woman. If a woman down the way is struggling, you could be nice and take her trash out, but that can't be your woman. Come on, man. We don't come from that. That's westernized.
Right.
I'm not going to let you say that's double talk, because we disagree on about our origins. I see that right now. We disagree about what our origins are.
Let's do this right here, guys, because this is another whole deal right here.
I can't wait to jump in there and hurt some feelings.
We're gonna keep going.
I can't wait to jump in there and hurt some feelings. So we're gonna talk about marriages and gays in Africa.
Y'all can hang up. I want to call me when we done here today, so we can keep going. We don't need to be recorded.
Yeah, let me see if Phil and Bruce, if they have some codes and comments, and then I'll stay on because I don't want to hold them on too much longer. So let me see if they got some comments, and then if they chose to stay a little while, then that's up to them. But let's go. Let's start with Two Flowers. You got any closing comments? And then after that, if you like to stick around for a few more minutes, that's fine. But I just want to make sure you get some comments in, because after that, then we're gonna end. I'm gonna hit the end after we do a little bit of talking. So you got some you like to say?
I want to say thank you guys so much for the warm welcome, and allow me to contribute to the discussion today. It's been great. I also want to say, it's my first time hanging out with you guys. Listen, and I really enjoyed it. So I do look forward to coming and hanging out again. Thank everyone for your kindness and your contributions to the discussion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. And I remember you was off in the comments here a while back. So, we appreciate you watching and check it out. I appreciate you for that too. So, Beautiful Soul, what you got? Cause boy, we was we was doing some work in there when you put it out there, but it all love in the end. What you got for closing comments there?
I want to appreciate everybody for all their input and doing like a mama papa type thing, get yourself right, get all this shit right. And I truly appreciate that. And y'all probably gonna think I'm ignorant for this, but the person I'm with right now, I'm going rock with, because I'm just saying he give me that teenager type feeling of talking on the phone 3-4 hours just about nothing, and our vibe is I'm loving it, and he makes me feel better than I have. Now I'm still healing. I have a lot of healing to do. I get that, and I'm doing that. He makes me want to get back into my art and shit like that. It was the Sunday before last. We went to the Belton Dam, and I started taking pictures. I have not took pictures for a long time, but he makes me want to do that, because the feeling he gives me is like, I don't even know. Like I said, teenager type shit. Like, I want to do better for me type stuff. He makes me want to be a better me type shit. So I'm going to keep rocking with him. If shit fuck up, okay, it fucks up, but that's on me. Yeah. But right now he makes me feel like a fucking woman, and he treats me the way I want to, like opening doors and shit like that. And if I can't cover a bill, I got it. Even though he don't got it, he figures the shit out. So it's like, I'm rocking with him. Now, if it don't work out, it don't work out, but I'm loving what we got. And plus, y'all say, he's just holding off to not get no pussy until divorce. But like, damn, like he's really holding on. It's been a month so far. Now we just vibing. We doing our thing. We see each other at work and stuff like that. And we, go out from time to time. But then again, it's like, it's not just.
Damn, you work with this one too, you said?
I do.
Oh no.
Well, let me.
I forgot. I didn't even realize that part.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying that I totally get what y'all saying. I'm hearing y'all. It's not going out the other ear. But then again, the way our relationship is, I really feel like this is some solid shit. Now, if it ain't, it ain't. But this is where I'm at right now. And he's helping me heal and shit like that. Right. To a certain extent, because I know I gotta do that shit for myself, love myself, shit like that. I gotta do that first, of course.
Okay.
But to a certain extent, he is helping me with that.
Okay. Well,
you got it. Yeah.
You first thing for me, that's your pussy to do what you want to do with it. So and as long as you want to have him to wait and y'all wait and do all that, hey, that's
I don't want him to wait. I don't want him to wait. He want to wait. So
I was just fixing to say, I was still going. I mean, you ready to give him the pussy right now, and he's telling you he gonna go and wait, whatever. Hey, and that's cool. Just like Jason,
flowers. Close your mouth, mama. Close your mouth.
Just like when
don't give him ammunition, Jason. Don't give him ammunition. Shit.
When you go to the pawn shop, put that pussy
on the counter.
And they gonna say, this damn thing been fired 29,000 times. What the fuck you supposed to get for this? But then again, hey, that's
It
yours.
runs like brand
So,
new, baby.
hey, so long as you having fun, as long as you enjoying yourself, hey, like I say, that's your all them hoes that's available on you is you. Now you were saying he didn't want that, but you didn't say nothing about the back door and the head. So I don't know. But that's
It's not that he don't want none. It's that he's been, I guess, to a certain extent, respectful type shit until I'm divorced.
Okay.
Can I tell you one important thing that you gonna hate that I ever said to you? And that is, you've been waiting a month. He getting everything he need.
No, because he was staying with me. He's staying with me.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay. And he's staying with you, but you think he ain't getting no but that's another. Let me go closing comments over here to Phil side. And then we go
Phil, please
Jason
help your
took the
sister.
words right
Phil,
out of
please
my
help
mouth.
your sister.
I'm sorry?
Please help your sister. Please, pretty please. I beg you.
You actually said what I was gonna say. I'm like, he probably had somebody, but then you say he's living with you.
That don't change
y'all been
that.
living together for a month. Like I love you, beautiful, but every time you talk about this dude, new information comes.
It get worse. It get worse every time. Just stop. At this point, we love you. We love you
now
so.
we know
But just
why
stop. Don't tell us nothing else.
Now we know why you gonna keep rocking with him, because he lives in your house. You don't have a choice.
No, he has his own place.
Oh,
But
well then, yeah, he's probably getting some on the side then. Yeah.
No. He has his own place.
Yes.
But he's been with me.
Yes.
And we go to work together.
Yes. I
Another one
understand
at work.
that. I understand that. But I'm just saying,
Yes.
in the grand scheme of things, please just consider, with a grain of salt, that you might not be the only one. Because, especially listening to the men on this panel, very few men are celibate. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, Wizzo, thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah.
It has been a pleasure speaking to all of these beautiful people. I love hearing the different perspectives. We learn from each other, and it as always has been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure meeting Beautiful and Two Flowers. I have appreciated y'all's perspectives and the gentleman as well. So I look forward to the next conversation.
Most definitely.
It's gonna be good. The next time we go around, if you get the same panel, it's gonna be good, because we get used to each other, and we know we're getting into each other's vibes. So this is good.
Most definitely. Always good to have you here. Always, most definitely. And when you told her about selling a little bit, now I will sell a little bit every day. Okay, let me quit.
Follow. Wizzo, you my brother though, Wizzo. I love it, because if you didn't interject, we wouldn't get the comedy like that. I love it, Wizzo.
Hey, but we appreciate you, Phil. You always answer the call whenever I need you on, and I've started doing the podcast sometime around 6:30, because I know a couple of times you used to at 6 you was driving or whatever. And, we want to make sure, everybody get in where they need to get in and be safe. So, we appreciate you. You always answer the call. You've been on a regular guest on Wizzo, so I appreciate you. Thank you now. And Chocolate Buddha, you going to stick around? Because I'm figuring to open it back up, or you want to go and get some closing comments or something?
No, I'm going to stick around, but I'll say a real quick closing comment for Beautiful Soul, of course. You're a beautiful woman. You're an industrial woman. You got a lot of great things going for you. And as a woman, I'm going to say what somebody said earlier. It's your body to do with it as you will. And that's your right. If you want to sleep by your house, you want to rock with them and find out whatever you're going to find out, that's what you do. But since you've been on Wizzo Talk and I'm seeing you as family.
100.
But listen, if I enjoy that.
I'm not going to even say that. I'm your big brother right now. Where he at? Where he at? This for him. I'm getting him up out the house. I'm calling my brothers. We getting them up out the house.
100.
I want to say
He's
something.
not here. He's not here right now because I got my babies.
We gonna wait for him. We getting them up out the house.
Well, let me say this before we get back to Jason and Poke. You said work. So my question is, do the guys know one another? The art guy you said and this other guy, do they know one another?
Of course. Why you
I
think
thought you
he's
was gonna say
holding
that.
off?
Man, hold
They
on.
just met.
Oh hell
Man,
no!
Just met each
Of course
other.
they know each other.
They talking
I gotta
about
take-
it
I
now.
gotta take
Everything
two
he
on
needs
that.
to
I'm
hear
sure.
about those.
These
So you know,
motherfuckers
I'm
talking
sure the
about
art guy
this
is
shit
telling
now.
my new guy some stuff,
The
but
art guy is telling your new guy some stuff.
but the
They
new
both
guy
got to
saying,
go.
but the new guy's telling him he's saying whatever happened in my past is my past. Whatever we had, whatever is in the past, that's the past. It
Well,
don't matter no more because that's the
when
past.
when you go to that pawn shop, and,
They praying
me
at the
quit.
pawn shop, Wizzo. They
Hey,
both at the pawn shop praying for salvation and more. Shit.
is Poke there? We gonna open this on up.
Where's my racetrack?
So we get back to Poke and Jason. What was going on? Did Poke leave?
I
or he
need
coming
something
back?
No,
bigger to beat
I'm
these
still here. I
motherfuckers
just
with.
had to step outside for a second, man. I need
Okay,
to touch some grass.
you gotta cut some grass.
I got to touch some grass, man. Yeah, I got to touch
Bro,
some
we gotta
shit.
cut some ass. This is bullshit.
Shit.
Okay, all
I
right,
had to step
Jason. I
outside
don't know
for a
where
second.
you
I
and
need
Pokey
to
was
feel the
at.
grass between my toes. I got to get some more different energy in me. I need the earth in me right now. Shit.
Man, I hear you. So, all right, Jason
Oh
Poke. I
my
don't know where we were at a while ago, but the
he
floor is
was
open.
he was explaining that we didn't agree on what the origins of us black people were, and so I don't know what he thinks the origin of black people is if it's not on the continent of Africa. So it was his turn to speak.
Okay.
For sure. So that's real easy to explain. The palm-colored people have switched the knowledge of where we at around. Like Egypt was here, man. Egypt was here on this land. Not that the Egypt that we know in today's world. Yeah, that's been switched on us. That is the secondary. That is secondary land. That is almost tertiary even. But it's real deep to get into that. The easiest way is the river. The river, what is it? The Euphrates
Now,
River.
Euphrates.
Yeah, the Euphrates River. It had 5. I forgot the damn word of it because Lord have mercy, beautiful soul. I swear, if I was a vampire right now, I'd come into you. But shit. Anyway, I forgot the word, but there's 5 divergences that's supposed to come from the river. That is not, nor has it been, like from all the archaeology studies and stuff like that. That is not how it's been, and it's never been designed like that. There's only one river in the whole world that fits the proper definition, and it's over here in the States. And then another thing is that there's an older Phoenix. There's an older Phoenix here in America. It's in the Grand Canyon. We just don't get to explore that shit. And again, like I'd probably have to send the shit to you, but that's why I was like, this probably isn't for this show. But yeah,
Okay.
like
It's definitely not, because most of what you're saying is what you're saying is crazy. But I mean, you're gonna have to give me facts. You're gonna have to give me science.
Yeah, I
And so,
know.
yeah,
I know.
you can hit me up next week. I'll give you a few days to get your shit together, because what you're saying is crazy.
You'll get it tonight. You'll get it tonight.
You get it tonight.
You know we post.
Don't send me no. Hey, don't send me no Google. Don't send me
No,
Brother
I ain't got
Mousson from his live from his bedroom. Don't send me none of that. Send me something real. Send me something real.
My
Don't
brother,
send no
you ought to
ChatGPT.
know. I wouldn't think that. I wouldn't think this thing just because somebody who had a bone decided to think something crazy. In the bedroom.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got to know that.
Well, that being said, let's do this right here. Let's go and get the closing comments from you last two. So, Poke, let's start with you. Let's get them closing comments from you, baby.
Yeah. So, Phil, I appreciate you coming back to the fire. Let me say that first and foremost. That one thing, you have earned some respect from me for coming back to the fire. Beautiful soul. Look, please be mindful of your soul. Pretty please, with sugar on top and cherries. Matter of fact, plum cherries. I don't know if you've ever had them, but try them. Motherfuckers is awesome. All right.
She ain't got no cherries no more. What the hell you talking about? You talking about cherries? She ain't got no damn cherries, folks.
Why are you doing it like that?
Okay, go ahead. She know I'm playing with her. I'm playing.
I know. I already know.
Yeah, go ahead, Pope.
Two Flowers. We appreciate you coming out. I promise you've got some fans. You got some fans. I'm one of them. I appreciate your perspective. It's nice to hear. What I would say is just some common sense being put into the conversation and realizing there's some self-awareness. I appreciate that. Buddha, Jason, y'all know we finna get into this shit later on.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna stop there with that.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we're gonna get into this shit later on your ass. Paul, celebratory statements to you, my brother. Congratulations, you're almost there on 1,000. Anybody listening, please go like, comment, share, and most importantly, please subscribe. All right, want the man to hit 1,000. Does a lot of good work, brings a lot of good people together, and you see the camaraderie, you see the learning, you see the tests that we all go through.
Yeah,
it's real. I hope somebody comes and makes that happen, and that'll be it for me.
And when you said come, we know who gonna definitely be coming up in here. Beautiful Soul probably gonna have multiple coming or some shit. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay. All right, Jason, go ahead.
Listen, I've enjoyed it. I appreciate that we can have a meaningful conversation about various topics. Definitely appreciate Two Flowers. I appreciate your point of view. And when you pointed out that, pro-woman doesn't have to be anti-men, because I don't fight against pro-women stances. I fight against anti-men stances. And a lot of times those are the same conversations. And so I appreciate that you made that distinction. I appreciate you, Phil Ned, for being here and interacting. We don't agree on a whole lot, but you said several things today that I absolutely do agree with. And so I appreciate that anytime. It doesn't matter, right? We can still be good friends even if we don't agree, as you can tell with me and Pope. But Beautiful Soul, I've said all of the brotherly, unclely advice I'm going to try to give you, and I'm saying that because I don't know your age, but brotherly or unclely advice that I'm going to offer you from now on, I'm just going to hit you with, that's crazy. Like, what? Like, damn, what he did? What? Oh, shit. Like, I'm not going to give you no more advice, right? Because, I mean, what are we doing at this point, right? Like, I mean, so I wish you the best. I absolutely wish you the best. But I am locked in on you like Karamo now, right? Like, I need an update in like 6 months, a year. You know what I mean? Find out what's going on, because I know that's going to be crazy. But, Buddha, you already know what it is. Me and you see eye to eye and disagree on a lot of stuff, too. I appreciate being here. I'm glad everybody was here today. We had a good time.
Most definitely. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all know I got to throw some shit out there sometime, man. Y'all get where y'all already know me. Don't get it started or whatever, but hey, I got to share this with y'all, guys. I just checked it. I hit 1,001 subscribers right there already.
Hell yeah.
Nice. So that's what's up.
There we go.
Appreciate it. 131. So, hey,
Is that like swimwear?
Appreciate that, guys. So wholeheartedly, thanks to all of the viewers out there. Thanks to all of the guests. Thank everybody for sharing it. Hey, I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. And we already working on one to where we're gonna have a milestone before we reach 1,000 subscribers. And I'm already working on a panel so we can come and share some memorable moments of Wizzo Talk. Go ahead, Jason.
A real quick suggestion. Please put Beautiful Soul on that panel.
Right. Okay.
I'm down.
Update 1,000 show panel, because this is gonna be a moment. I don't know if you realize that or not, but it's gonna be shorts and all that popping up on Facebook and YouTube, because this is gold. What you talking about?
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, with that being said, guys, hey, ain't nobody mad but devil. This your boy Paul Wizzo saying, holla at your boy.